Hello, 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 everyone. How's everyone doing today on this nice Memorial Day? Give me a one in the chat box if you can hear me okay. Been having a bit of some technical difficulties on here. I got two computers running just in case. Awesome. How's it going, John, Ken, Jean, Frederick, Gloria, Rick, Scott, Mark? Hope everyone is doing okay, staying safe. Looks like there might be some light at the end of the tunnel. At least a little bit of light. Monty, how's it going? Mike, good to have you guys on here. I know this was a bit of a short notice webinar, so I really appreciate you guys being on here. How many of you are excited for the Smart Video Revolution platform? Give me a 2 in the chat box. Raymond is saying today is a good day to be grateful. Absolutely. Awesome. Tons of 2s coming in. Perfect. I'm excited that you guys are excited because this is a very, 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 very cool platform. And we're going to dive into pretty much everything and anything that you guys would like to know about the platform, as well as, giving you guys a nice demo of the platform and also some bonuses. Give me a 3 if you guys are excited for some bonuses. John is saying he feels blessed. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you are healthy, that's literally the number one thing that the entire world is worried about. Health. And now that seems like things are slowing down a bit, it's time to get the work stuff back in order. So hopefully everyone and every country can get their economy up and running um, as it was before. Manny is saying excited for my beta access. Yeah, absolutely. My developer gave me an update a few days ago about Sin Creator, and I think he's already integrated about 10 sites on there. So that is really, really exciting for me too. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and yeah, it pretty much brings together those 3 bonuses that you guys are getting. Ben is saying that you purchased, but you didn't get your bonuses. Okay, I'll check back. I'm pretty sure I sent him over the link that gets you that, or maybe not. Maybe I haven't. Maybe it's on my end to get that to him. I'll check my group chat with him, with Yuri. And if you guys haven't got it, don't worry, you will be getting it. Sin Creator should be ready. I want to say 2 more weeks just to be safe. I know it's most likely going to be a lot less than that, but I'm going to say 2 weeks just to be safe. SynLab 3.0 should be ready hopefully by midsummer. All we need to add in there is the content generation system. Plug that in there, and then SimBuddy 2.0, that's already ready. I just need to pretty much make it live for all members, the auto sharing portion of it. And that's going to be really exciting. I mean, we have, I think, over 7,000 members in there. And once that auto sharing process is up and running, I mean, there's going to be so much activity in there. It's going to really give you guys some good results. Perfect. So we can give it 2 more minutes to 12:40. And wow, that's actually 10 minutes after we were supposed to start, but it took a little longer to get on here. And yeah, I will be shooting off the screen over to Dean. And as I mentioned in the emails, Dean is the CEO of Smart Video. He is a fellow Miamian. He lives about 30 minutes away from me. So he is enjoying this nice stormy weather that we've had over the last 2 days. It has literally not stopped raining over the last 2 days. And
which is so funny, Joshua, because in Florida, whenever you want to have, if it comes to the weekend, all week it'll be beautiful. It hits Friday and it starts raining like crazy. Today is Memorial Day, and it hasn't stopped raining in 2 days?
Mm-hmm. It's been, and they couple that with the quarantine and only being able to walk around, limited areas.
Yeah, and now we
Really,
finally open up where we could go places now, like the beach and everything like that, and now it just decides to rain. So, and then
yeah.
for people who are in Florida, you all know we got hurricane season coming up, so we're lucky over here.
Yeah, we got some nice plans for the rest of this year. Let me just shoot this over to you so you can put a nice screen on there, since some people are saying that it's just a done for you sweet screen. So I'll send that
Okay.
over to you.
All
Uh,
right. All right.
And yeah, I guess we
Love
can
it.
kick it off, guys. This is Dean. He is the CEO of Smart Video, the brains behind this entire operation. So he's going to take it over for a bit, but it's going to be pretty interactive. You guys, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to post them in there. I'll flag them so that we can answer them. And then we can talk about bonuses later on as well. But besides that, Dean, take it away, do your thing, and let's see this thing in action.
All right, sounds good. So, everyone, my name is Dean Gilmore. As he mentioned before, I am the CEO of Video Remix. I was actually just named the CEO of Video Remix not too long ago, but I have been with Video Remix for over almost 2.5 years now. It has been a pleasure working for Video Remix. We are one of, if not the leading video personalization platform on the JVZoo market. And hopefully, with what I am going to be showing you today, this platform is the goal behind this platform was to be able to do something where you are not just going to be able to uh, do personalized videos, but I've really made this into an all-purpose editor where a lot of our community members, I don't know about your community members, Joshua, but my community members, a lot of them have bought different video services and they have a lot of video services. So what I wanted to do with Smart Video Revolution is I wanted to build a platform where it allowed you to use more than all of the type of videos that are video services that you all have purchased in the past. Now, if you are someone who has purchased multiple video services, can I get a 1 over in the chat box? Because that was one of my goals while doing this. I wanted this to be a great complement service for each and every one of you all who have purchased some of the great video software products that are out there. And one thing that those software products that do not have is they do not have the ability to do personalization. And with this software, not only are you going to have the ability to do personalization, but you are going to see some upgrades that you have probably not seen from a lot of video makers that are on the market right now. And I hope that what I show you not only inspires you or inspires you, but also too, I am going to show you some cool things that are going to take your video making to the next level. Now, one thing that for a lot of you all, and I see a lot of ones over in the chat box, I actually have made an interactive webinar for you all to be able to follow along with this webinar and also get some different information about me and about my company. I'm going to send that link over to you all. I'm bringing that up on my screen. It looks like I'm having one of those days where my computer is moving slow. Joshua, I don't know if you had the whole thing the other day with FP&L, with where FP&L actually went in and out, but we've been having a lot of kind of major issues lately. So over in the chat box, I am going to send you what I am calling the SVR, which means Smart Video Revolution Interactive Webinar. And I'm really going to give you all a demo today, but I'll be going over this. So I just put that in the chat box for you all. Let me bring some of the stuff that I have up down. I just wanted to make sure that I have all my bonuses because I've really made a lot of value into what is being offered. You are also going to get some really exclusive, cool bonuses, not just from Video Remix, but you are also going to get some cool bonuses from Joshua today. So how many of you all like bonuses? Give me some $ over in the chat box. Because I love giving bonuses, and I'm going to show you how these bonuses are going to make it where you are going to be able to get a head start on making videos for Smart Video Revolution. And also, we have this really amazing video contest that we have going on right now where you can win $2,000 for making the best video. Okay. How many of you all are interested in making some money? One thing that I noticed about all of these launches is one thing I absolutely love our JV partners, but I always told myself when I had a launch, I was going to do something totally different than what a lot of people were, a lot of our JVs were doing, and a lot of our partners were doing, is I wanted to give back to the community, and I wanted to give back to those people who were supporting this product. So what I did is I created this very cool video contest where each and every one of you all that decides to jump into this product is automatically entered into it, and you are going to be able to win some cash prizes for making, just for using the software. So we'll go over that a little bit later, but what you are seeing here on my screen right now, and just give me a, normally in my, when we do webinars, always use a 222. Is there any certain number that you use, Joshua, on your webinars?
I usually start from 1 and then just work myself up to see as far as I get. So I'll start with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4.
Okay, a little bit different than I'm used to, but we can work with it. We could definitely rock with that. So what you were seeing on your screen right now, if you want to follow on mobile, I know with the reason that I did this a little bit differently is because with everything that we're going into with COVID-19, I don't know about you all, but I know Joshua does have, Joshua has that beautiful girl of his, and I have 2 boys, and my boys are 5 and 15. So you can only imagine they've been home with me for the last like 2 months. And what I've realized is that when you're on GoToWebinar, a lot of times you can't follow really great if you are on mobile. So I really made this website for you all to follow. It has a lot of the information on what we are going to go over today. I'm not going to go over the full thing, but it's something that you all can look at later. You could see the type of videos that we make. You could find out about the company, how long we've been in business. But just to kind of introduce myself, again, my name is Dean Gilmore, and when I was growing up, I really thought that I was going to be an actor. This image right here is actually not of me, but I thought that it was a lot cooler than any image that I've made. But the thing about this is, and a lot of us have found out during this time is that a lot of times the things that we dream about as a child that we feel that we're going to end up at as an adult, life becomes life and it all takes a turn. And that is what happened with me when I got to Video Remix. I never, ever knew that I was going to become a CEO of a technology company. Years back, I was running a very successful agency, and I did legal funding. I don't know if you all know what that is, but what we would do is we would give people money when they were involved in personal injury cases, and I was very successful at that. But what happened is that I went out on my own, like a lot of us try to do, and I started my own company. And what I realized is that I was working 2 times more than I was working when I was working for someone else. And I just became really unhappy, right? And a lot of us go through that. I became really unhappy because I really wanted to do something that allowed me to be able to raise my voice, allowed me to not always have someone looking over my back, allowed me the freedom of being able to, come and go as I wanted. And when I thought my agency or started my agency, I thought that I was going to get that. And boy, was I wrong. When you are an entrepreneur, a lot of times you work way more than if you worked for a company. So throughout those years and those experiences really brought me over to technology. And what I told myself is I started looking at all of the companies out there. When you talk about Facebook and you talk about Tesla and you talk about Twitter, all of these companies that were tech companies were making or became bigger companies than companies that my father or my mom used to work at. My father worked for the post office for 30 years. And to figure out that Tesla now is worth more than GM, and GM has been around for 130 something years, was a really big shock to my system. And that's when I decided to get into technology and why I am in front of all of you all today. And what I've done with this system is that when I got to video remixes, is that we had a very good system in place. But the problem with our system is that there is a lot of competition when it comes to video makers. Every day there is a new video maker that comes out, and some of them are absolutely positively awesome, and they are backed by huge financial companies. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to build a system where I was going to be able to be a great number two. Everyone's fighting to be number one. And I remember my father telling me this story of Hertz. I don't know if any of you all are as old as I am, but Hertz Rent-A-Car was in the game of trying to be number one, and their stockholders were really upset because they could never get to that number one position. And one day, one of their CEOs was in the middle of nowhere, I believe it was in Idaho, and he came across this agency that had been working with major companies, and it was a small town where the agency owner was, and he went out there to meet him because he was so intrigued by the fact that this company in the middle of nowhere, they weren't in New York, they weren't in LA, they weren't in any of those places, but they were landing these major companies. He wanted to know how they were doing it, and maybe they could help him become number one. And when he met the owner of that company, one of the things that stuck out with him is the owner, the CEO of that major, of that actually marketing company told him, well, the thing is that if I work with you, what I would like you to do is I would like you to stop focusing on trying to be number one. And this shocked him. And he was like, what do you mean? Everyone wants to be number one. But he goes, the great thing about it is that if you think about it, number twos are just as good as number ones without all of the pressure. And that really stood out to the Hertz CEO. And all of a sudden, what they did is they made this whole marketing campaign. Hopefully, you all remember it. And it said, Hertz is number two because we work harder. Does anyone remember that marketing campaign at all? Give me a yes over in the chat box if you remember that campaign at all, where Hertz came out and they say, we're number two because we work harder. And I see a lot of people with yeses in there. And what happened is that all of a sudden, Hertz made an insane amount of money, because what they did is they took their focus off trying to win, and what they did is they put their focus on trying to work harder. So this is what this platform is all about. What I've done is I've built something that I don't want video. I am not trying to replace your favorite video maker or your favorite software. I am not trying to, if you're buying things from all of these great JVs out there, I'm not trying to replace them at all. I wanted to build a system where we could work together. And what that has allowed me to do by focusing on that is I focused on certain aspects of our system that will allow you as the consumer to really take advantage of the investment that you've put into all of these different systems and be able to do personalization. So my dream here, and you could go to the dream part, is my dream for this system is that I want to be a great number 2 for you all. Could everyone over in the chat box just put number 2 or a number 2 over in the chat box for me, to let you all know that you all are understanding where I am coming from. I want to be a great number 2. And as you can see on this picture or this slide of this webinar, and if anyone needs this, the interactive webinar, let me know over in the chat box, because this is actually something that you could save to your phone. You could actually watch later. It is up to you. I'm sending that again over in the chat box. What I wanted to do is I just wanted to be a great number 2, and I wanted to make video personal. And what you are going to see through this demo right here is this image right here was actually made on our platform. And what we've done is I wanted to make a roadmap, right, to be able to have you move forward with our technology and be able to blend all of those different systems and all of those different videos that you have into one concept and make videos that you could use for sports and events, wedding videos, production and promo videos, lifestyle and art videos, promo videos, and concert videos. And over the last 6 years that we have been out there, we have been very successful at being a video personalization company. But one thing that I need to tell you about Video Remix is, and about this product, is that you are not investing or buying a video service when you buy this product. What you are doing is you are investing in a company. There are, in this industry, unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that make software and they launch them, everyone buys them, and then next thing you know, no one supports them. And that is not Video Remix. We are a team of 14 people, and we are all full-time. I work with professional developers, coders, and one thing about our platform is that the way that we make our videos is very, very expensive. So what I need you all to understand is that we aren't going anywhere anytime soon. This is not going to be one of those situations where you buy something and then all of a sudden, 3 months later, you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot log in. So I just need you to know that we are a stable company. We have 14 full-time employees, and we've been doing this for 6 years. Now, another thing that I want to put in front of you all right now is, before I even get into what I'm showing you, I like to be transparent and I like to be upfront. And the reason for that is because I like doing that, because I don't like selling pipe dreams to people, right? I don't like hyping up something and then all of a sudden you get to the end and you find out that you can't afford it. So what I'm doing right now is I am showing you exactly what our prices are going to be from the very, very beginning, okay? This allows you to make your decision of whether you want to stay on this webinar, or if the pricing is too much for you, you can decide, you know what, Dean, Joshua, love you all, man, but you know, that's just out of my price range right now. And all of our pricing is on the website, where you will see we do have coupons that make these a little lower, especially the front end. But I like being upfront, and I want to be honest with each and every one of you all. Let me know, do you like honesty, and do you like people being upfront with you? Because whether good or bad or indifferent, that is always something that you are going to get from me as the CEO, and it's also something that you are going to get from my company. I don't like fooling people, okay? I don't like trying to trick you into buying anything, nor am I ever going to pressure you into doing something. If it makes sense for your business, if you like what I show you, you move on. If you do not, completely fine, up to you, and you do not have to move on with it. So The pricing is right here, and I'll go through each and every one of these so you'll know exactly what's there. Now, what I do want to tell you is that you cannot buy off of this site, okay? What you are going to do is you are going to buy directly from Joshua and the links that we drop throughout this. But and I couldn't put everything on these slides, or they would have been on these pricings, or they would have been too long. You're going to get a lot of value, or see a lot of value in what we have to offer. But before I move on right now, what I want to do is I need to ask your permission to see if you are interested in me moving on. Would you all, with what I've already given you to this webinar and introducing myself, let me know over in the chat box if you want me to move on with this presentation and you've accepted where we are right now in our friendship of doing business together. Give me some 222s. Always do 222s in the chat box if you are open to that. I always want to ask permission from you all and make sure that everything is good. So everyone is saying absolutely. So the first thing that we're going to go into is we always start with a dream, right? And dreams are absolutely, they are absolutely necessary. But as we know, we have to turn dreams into a concept. So what I'm going to go over with you today is the dream that I had about what I've done, and I've shown you that. And then I'm going to go into how we've turned that dream into an actual product. And you could start with the front end, which is, I call it the concept, right? And what this is that this is the basis of what our software is about, and it is also what you are going to get on the front end. Now, as you are going through this, what you are going to see here is all of this is interactive for you. So what you can do here is you could go to number 1 on this side, and you can actually hit the play button, and a video will come up that'll show you about what we're going to talk about. So if you're following along right now, just press this button, because the first thing about video that you have to do is video is about what makes up a good editor. You have to have features there, okay? And what we've done is we've made our software very feature rich. The first thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about text and animations, okay? If you are going to be using a video from another software, what I have to do is I have to work harder, and what I have to be able to do is match the animation and the text that come with those videos. So let's say you're on, you have a videos account, or you have a software from Todd Gross or anything like that, or Dropma. What you'll see on those videos is a lot of times those videos have animation. So for me to make those videos blend in and look like they were made on the same platform, we had to add in a bunch of different things that you could do for text. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to play this very short video for you, and it'll cover exactly what those things are, okay? So we have 50 plus animations. You aren't going to be able to hear the video, but you can play it on your own. Okay, and the concept behind that is very, very simple, right? Is that videos always have images and they always have text. One thing about ours is all of our text is dynamic, meaning that it can move around, meaning that it changes as the video change. And also you have the ability to animate each and everything on your video to match a different video that you've added in. Or if you are just starting from scratch, you are going to be able to animate everything. And I'll be able to show you all that on our editor in a second. The next thing that we had to be able to do is we had to be able to make or add lower thirds and animations. For me, this is very, very critical. And now, these days and times, with so many different companies out there that make video, you have to be able to give your viewers and your users something that they are not used to. So what we've done here, and you could just hit this play button, which we'll do, is we've added over 70 different transitions that you could use. We've also added about, I believe, 30 different lower thirds that you could use. And we've added some of the features that you would find in mid-market or products that are out there that cost way more money. So I'll just play this video for you all really quickly. It's only like 30 seconds, okay? And you could play it there, but it just gives you an idea of some of the features that we have and what you're going to be able to do. Okay, so we've added the ability for you to do transitions, be able to do transitions. We've added the ability for you to do lower thirds, which I'm going to be able to show you. But one of the biggest things that we've added, which I am the most proud of, is number 3 here. And that is going to be blending modes. How many of you all have ever heard of blending modes before? Over in the chat box, let me know. If you've heard of blending modes before, give me a yes if you've heard of blending modes, because this is a really, really important feature. And this is what allows us to be a great number 2 to all of those different videos, services that you may use out there. But I'm going to show you some blending modes in a second, but I'll just show you the video really quick. And we've added over 20 plus different blending modes. And let's show the video, and then I'll jump into the editor before we go over to number 4, because a lot of you all probably want to see all of this in actuality. So I'm going to show you how cool this is, right? All right, so let's jump in. Who's ready to jump into the editor for me to actually show you all how this stuff all works and how you are going to be able to use it, right? Over in the chat box, if you are ready for that, let's just say, give me some 222s over in the chat box now. One thing that someone just said, well, how is this different from videos? And what I will tell you is this, is that they do not do personalization. There is no better feeling than when you go somewhere, someone calls you by your name, someone knows you by your first name, they know you by your last name, they show your picture on your videos. We are the only software out there that really does it the way that we do it. Now, when you first log into our software, you're going to be taken to a screen that says, do you want to use the template generator? Now, this is actually an upgrade. I'm going to show you this because this is OTO1. I'm going to show that to you later, but let's just say no for right now. And we are going to go into our system. And this is the video remix system. So there are a lot of different functionalities here. What we do is we use a timeline editor right here, and we have the ability to add different media, whether you want to add in images, whether you want to add in videos, whether you want to add in audios. Then we have our element section, which is our smart text, personalized video, sticker, advanced opt-in, which you're going to love, image. We have a screen recorder and lower thirds. You are not going to have this. Remember, I'm the CEO, so I have every feature. You are not going to see this on your editor, this JSON. So when you jump in, please don't look for that feature. This is actually a development feature that I have because I have everything on my account. But what we are going to do is we are going to get started very simple and very easily. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add an element over to our timeline. And that is going to drop on our timeline. Now, we have a few different enhancements here that you could use. One is we have the ability for you to expand the video. If you're anything like me, I'm 38 right now, 39. I stopped counting at 35. I'm not even sure how old I am anymore. After 25, when you get lower insurance, I think it doesn't matter counting, right? But you have the ability to expand this for those who have bad eyes and make it bigger, for you to be able to make your videos on. We've also added guidelines in here. I'm very particular about centering things. So you have guidelines that are going to be able to help you out. Another feature that we have is that we have the ability to use different video aspects for the different type of social media channels that you will be using to post your videos on. And you can simply be able to press that and go to that size. Me, I always do 16:19 and I keep it expanded. And this is where you get into the actual video creation and where the fun happens. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about text, right? And we have what is considered smart text. It is drag and drop. You will see a box right here that allows you to be able to add in whatever text you would like. So we could add in welcome, but there is a button here that changes everything, and that is the personalize button. What this allows you to do is you can personalize people's content by first name, last name, email, geo country, geo city, geo state. You can do name, which is a combination of first name and last name. You also have the ability to do gender, and you can do custom, okay? Now, all of this personalization on the front end comes from Facebook personalization. So what our system does is if you post the video on Facebook, someone will be able to personalize their video, or you'll be able to personalize your content on the video from Facebook, okay? So what you were seeing here is the information that we would grab from Facebook, first name, last name, email, geo city, geo country. We also have these fallback options. The reason for a fallback is the same way that you have when it comes to email marketing. If someone doesn't have that information available and you don't want it to be blank, then what you could do is you could choose a fallback value here. It could be friend, it could be hi, whatever you would like, but we're just going to start with first name personalization, and we are going to add that to the video. So now that we have that, there are a lot of different things that we could do, but what I'm going to do over here is I always like to go over to our advanced section, and this is where you can change the font. Now, one thing about our fonts is that you'll find with a lot of video makers that people use Google fonts. I am not a fan of being like everyone else. So what you are going to find in our system is I personally pick every font that goes into our system, and I have picked fonts that are not covered by Google fonts, which is the preemptive one that a lot of companies use. For me, I want these videos to get attention. I am always adding new fonts in, but these are some of the best fonts that you are going to find out there, and they are not going to be fonts that you see on every video. So you can also bold it, you can italicize it, you could change whether you want it left justified, right justified, or centered, very easy. Add shadows, add strokes, add background, change the font color, very, very simple. You just pick on the color and then you hit that little button. But also this button right here is very important for video making on our system, and it is the scale to fit button. Now we automatically make that button available, and we automatically have that click, because the last thing that you want to do is you make a video and then you see that the text does not line up with the video. So you can actually turn this off, right? You could turn the ability off, a warning comes up, and you could pick out your font size right here and make your font size bigger. But as you could see right there, how big it can make your font, and excuse me, and you don't want to do that. So what I normally do is I just tell everyone, leave this scale to fit on, and then that way you can pretty much guarantee that the font size that you are using, or the font that you are using, is going to be or fit on the video that you are going to make. Now, what we're going to do is after we pick that font, we could just hit this back button here and go, or what I'm going to do is I am going to go here. I'm just going to delete this out. Okay, now if you are a Windows or a Mac user, Mac users are a little different. If you are a Mac user and you want to delete something, you can go here and press you are not able to go here and just press delete. I didn't know that. My developer said that's the thing with Macs. So if you are a Mac user, if you need to delete anything on your timeline, all you do is go to your timeline and there's a little trash bin here, and you could delete it from the trash bin. If you are a Windows user, you could just click on there and hit delete. I don't know why Windows has that. I guess because they're not as good as Mac. And they just have that feature available. But this is where the fun actually begins, is here in adding animations. On our system, you can animate anything. You can animate images. You can animate emojis. Well, we already have animated emojis, but you can animate almost anything that you add into your timeline. And we have three basic types of animations, right? The first type of animation is the starting animation. When your text first comes up on your video, what you do is you can just hover over the box and it'll show you what that animation is. If you want to add that animation to the text, you just press the plus sign and you could just do that. And it is going to do that exact animation that you have. Now, the second animation here, and I'll be honest with you, I don't use these as much. These are your motion animations. So if you want your words to shake, or you want them to swing, or you want to use the rubber band, or you want to use the bounce, you could use flash, you could use pulse. It's all up to you. Me personally, I don't use those as much, but they are available for you. And then the last thing that you have is you have your ending animation. And that is how you want your animation, your text, to actually leave the scene, right? So you have the ability to have it bounce out, which we could have here, and then it's gone. You can bounce out and down. You can bounce out and left. You can fade out. It is completely up to you. The great thing about this is you can stack animations on top of animations, okay? So you can decide that you want to do a slide in, but then you want it to flip, right? And then you want it to bounce out. So you can decide all of those different features. And if you don't like something like this flipping to me, which would absolutely drive me crazy, all you have to do is go to your timeline here and click that out, which is that X button right there. And now we are back to the animations that are there. Does anyone have any questions about that before we move on about text and animations? Want to make sure everyone has that and everyone understands that. Let me know over in the chat box, right? Let me know, okay? Animation and font color changing do not actually happen to me. What you have to do is you have to make sure that when you are clicking on there, sometimes you have to double click, but if you are trying to change anything, what I would do is this, is that whenever you're trying to change colors on here, and you go to advanced, what you need to do is when you pick your font color, you pick your color, right? And then you click back in the box to be able to change that color. And it's the same thing that you are going to do with the animation. So when you decide to be able to do the animation, you'll open it up. You'll make sure these buttons are these little icons right here are on your text, and then you want to hit that plus button. It should work for you right away. If it is not working for you, what you may want to do is check the cache on your computer. What I tell everyone is that sometimes we forget we're on the internet all day. We have our memory stored and we're not clearing our cache. Try clearing your cache, and what that'll do is a lot of times that will fix the issues that you have. But I see that everyone is able to do this part, which is absolutely positively awesome, okay? So now we are going to go to, now that we have decided that, now we could add in a bunch of different things. First is our personalized image. This image actually pulls from whatever social network you are using. So if you are using Facebook, what you could do is you could put someone's image right here. So it says welcome, and for me, this would say Dean, and then it would show a picture of me. And you can actually decide when you want that to start and how long you want that to play on your video. Or you can even go to your timeline and you can drag that so that it plays for however long that you would like. Remember, this is drag and drop, so you can just add everything to your timeline and it makes things a lot simpler for you, okay? Any questions about that before we move on about the adding in the actual image, the personalized image? Really simple to be able to do. Right? No questions. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay. And now we have different things that you can add in. We have labels. We have animated emojis. We have flags. Anything that you really, really want to do to be able to just add some interest to your video. So you could choose stickers, and those are animated. We have labels that are animated. Now, these labels are for, let's say you're running a sale. You can put in the type of sale or the percentage off that you want to do, and you could put it right inside those labels. We also have added in animated emojis that you can add in. And we added flags also. This was actually something that my video guy was very, very very adamant about, because he's like, I'm Russian. He's Russian. So he's like, I want everyone to always see my flag. So if that's you, you have the ability to be able to do that. And you have the ability to do it very, very simple. Okay. Now, what we are going to do here is, after we go over to our element section, what I want to talk about is I want to talk about this feature here, which is going to be the advanced opt-in. And this is a very important feature on our system, because due to GDPR and all of the problems that Facebook has had and other places have had, a lot of people are very wary of giving their information to Facebook. And if you still want to do certain types of personalization, you have to be able to collect their information and be able to personalize a video. So what we've added in is actually called our advanced opt-in. What this allows you to do, you have totally control over what it looks like, but what this allows you to do is you can actually add in the type of personalization that you want to pass through to your videos. So let's say you want someone to enter in their first name, right? So I could put first name right here, and I just drop down this box and I put single line, and then you want to add last name in, right? So I'll just do that. And you can add up to 5 different fields. And as you could see, as you are adding the fields in or deleting those fields out, it dynamically changes to be able to accept those fields. You can put a privacy disclaimer in. You can also change what you want the submit button to do. So you could put in, instead of play, you could put submit and be able to change that. You can also change the different styles here, and you can enable a skip button, meaning that if they don't want to put their information in, if I enable this button, they could skip this whole scene. We could change the height. We could change the font. We could change the caption alignment. We could change the font size, the caption size. You could change the width of this. And last but not least, what you are able to do is you can actually make this have a transition. So you can have this come in and do a typing effect. You could have this come in and swivel. You can have it wobble. So you can do animation you can do animation on the advanced opt-in. And the way that the advanced opt-in works is very, very simple. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to delete the advanced opt-in really quick. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to delete the advanced opt-in, which is here. Actually, I'm not going to delete that. I'm going to leave the advanced opt-in. I'm going to add media in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add media, and I am going to take this media. I'm going to drop it right here. If it stays, hold on. Let me just do this. Make this smaller right here. Okay, move this. right? Move that right there. And now what I'm going to do is in my media, what I would do is if I have first name, I would also add the personalization for last name onto my video. Now, what that's going to do is because I have the advanced opt-in asking for first name, last name, is anyone who enters in their first name and last name, it is actually going to put their first name and their last name into where you've added that into the video. So if all of you all are worried about, hey, but what if people don't want to opt in to it? If you are worried about what if people don't want to opt into Facebook and give their personal information, this allows you the ability to still personalize your videos, and you can personalize it without them having to go to through Facebook authorization for that information. Does everyone with me on that? Let me know over in the chat box. Give me a yes if you are understanding that. And what we do also, I know that this is a lot to take in. If you jump into this, we actually are doing, we're doing a 3-day training class, and we are doing customer care webinars. We actually have a customer care webinar going on right now, and we have one on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern where my team will jump on here. They'll be able to answer all of your questions, and they'll be able to answer your questions. They'll be able to show you exactly anything that you are having troubles with. They'll be able to walk you through. Okay, and this is everything that you are going to get on the front end. Now, how many of you all over in the chat box have not been able or have not jumped into the front end of Smart Video Revolution? If you've not jumped into the front end, just give me a no over in the chat box. I want to just see how many of you all have not jumped in yet. Okay, and I'll answer some of your questions. No, no, no. I have the front end. Some of you already have the front end. So the front end pricing right now does have a coupon where you'll be able to jump in. It is only a one-time price that we are offering this as. It is not going to be recurring. Once you purchase it, you have it forever, okay? So if you all would like to jump in, I will answer some of your questions. And also, Joshua, do you have anything to add about this? I can also show all of the bonuses that people are going to get on the front end also, because it will show you what you could do, why I made those bonuses on the front end, and what you can do with those bonuses.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You can continue with the bonuses, and then I can
Okay.
talk about my bonuses after.
All right, sounds good. So let me just bring up my bonuses really quick. And hold on 1 second. Let me just bring that up. Okay, and let me just go to the Dropbox folder for you all, and I'll answer your questions while I'm doing that. Over in the chat box, it says, what's the difference between what was purchased and this offer? I don't know what you mean by what was purchased. You'd have to let me know what you mean by what was purchased. I'd be happy to help you out with that. Just need a little more information on what we're comparing it to, okay? Do you host the videos? Yes, we do all of the video hosting. The videos are actually done by link URLs called smart links. One thing about this is that for everyone out there, you are not able to download these videos. The reason for that is very simple, is because our videos are actually personalized inside of the cloud, which means that for the personalization to happen, they have to happen through a link or through a URL. So for all of you all out there that's like, okay, well, can you download the videos? No, you cannot download the videos. How long can you make the videos be? You can make them as long as you would like, but I would also tell you that you want to adhere to best video practices. If you sit and you make an 18-minute video, you might not get a lot of people to look at that video, but yes, you can make videos as long as you would like. But I always tell people to adhere to best video practices, and that is 45 to 60 seconds per video. Okay. Are other interactive videos now obsolete? I would not say that other videos are obsolete at all. How do you upload videos to your website? Now, that is a very good question, and that is actually on the produce part, and I'll be showing that in a few minutes, so we'll get to that, okay? If you don't personalize, can you make a video like in Camtasia, then download it and upload it to YouTube? As I just mentioned a few minutes ago, you cannot download these videos at all. We are thinking about maybe doing that in a few months, but the reason for that is very simple, is that uploaded videos or MP4 videos, I'm not saying that they are a thing of the past, but they are very heavyweight. You cannot send them via email. You cannot upload an MP4 video to Gmail. Well, you can, but the chances of it actually going through to someone are very little and are very small. So having a heavyweight video does not really help you a lot. I know with YouTube, those are the type of videos that you could use, but even YouTube then turns those videos into a URL. So that is why we do not do that. Where are the bonuses that you are getting for the front end? We actually send those bonuses to you. You get them when you purchase through JVZoo. In your JVZoo account. And also my team, once you log in, if we see that you have not gotten your, we see that you haven't gotten your bonuses, or there's a question that you haven't gone to the file for your bonuses, we send you an email where you are able to grab those bonuses, okay? What if a client wants a personal copy for their records? Then you would share the URL. The great thing about that is if they want a copy for their records, they'll have that URL that you could use. But the other great thing is that you don't have to make any additional videos, because that one video can have whoever you show it to, it will personalize for them, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into the bonuses. Can we upload them to YouTube? No, you cannot. That would mean that you could download them, and you cannot download the videos. So let's just go over the bonuses that we have added for you on the front end. On the sales page link that Joshua will send you, he will send you a link that will show you what the bonuses are. You could use those, you could use that link also and see, because there are more things that are bonuses, but I want to show you those. But these are for your videos, okay? And these are downloadable. So what we've added is in 35 social media post templates, 50 social media ads, 60 success video quote templates, 100 motivational video ads, and we have added over 100, I believe there's 178 video overlays. And the reason for the video overlays is this is what our blending mode is all about. I would absolutely love to show you our blending mode because our blending modes are really, really what sets ours apart. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to download one of these videos right here. Now this is dubs that are actually in the video, right? I don't know if any of you all remember Prince, but When Doves Cry, that's one of my favorite songs and movies. So I'm just going to download that here. I'm going to go over to my editor, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to delete. Hold on one second. Got the error. One moment. Okay. I am just going to add in a new media, and you all have to see this because this is really, really cool, right? I'm just going to upload this media right here onto our timeline, and you can use this in all different instances. And then I have some media here. I probably have the doves here, but what I'm going to do is I am going to upload that video, that overlay, that I just downloaded from that section. And what is going to happen is that overlay is now going to go in. I'm just going to add that over to my timeline. And what you are going to see is this. Everyone sees that there? Let me know. Give me a 222. Yes, 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 right? And then that is your video right there. Now, what we could do is something really, really cool. And this is where you could make some really, really great videos, unlike anything that you've seen. What I'm going to do is I am going to actually blend these into one video. So now what's going to happen, and we have a lot of different blending modes. You could just play around with this. We have a lot of different blending modes that you could use, and you can blend in all different types of videos. But what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do screen. We could do screen, and let's go and let's do this. But now that video has been blended into this video, right? So now it looks like it was made on the exact same system. So if you have a video that you've made on a different platform and you want to add something to it, so let's say you have a wedding video that you made for a client, right? And you want to add in sparkles, you could easily add in sparkles. Just drop the video in, blend it in. The great thing about this is you can multiple blend in. You could blend in until your heart's delight. I've actually gone and blended in 7 different things all together. I would actually not tell you to do that many. It was not the most pretty thing that I've ever made video wise, but I just wanted to see the capabilities. You can use this blending modes for images. You could use it for text. You could use it for lower thirds. And you can blend multiple, you can blend images into video into video. You can blend images into a video. You can choose whatever you would like for blending modes. What do you all think about that over in the chat box? How do you feel about that? What are your thoughts on that? This is one of the features that everyone that I've shown this to has really, really loved about the about Smart Video Revolution is our blending modes.
Yeah, that is really badass. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that on any other software. That's really cool.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And what this allows you to do is really be able to take videos from any other platform and make them look like they all came from one different platform. Okay, we want it to be a great number 2 for everyone. We know that you all buy. You're not just going to buy Video Remix. I want you to stay with uh, all of those different video makers that you probably purchased before. But like videos, if you want to be able to blend in your intro, you can blend in an intro. You can blend in a logo or a logo animation. So you can do this until your heart's delight. And the great thing about it is you're not going to break it, right? So you could try different things. So you could try multiply, you could try screen, you could try darken, you could try lighten, and all of those different overlays that we have. And that's why I've given you so many different overlays as a bonus, because who knows what you may want to do. And it is, you just do it to your heart's delight. Okay. All right. Awesome. 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 So, anyone need to, Joshua, don't know if you are ready to drop the link on the front end for all of those people that are interested in jumping in the front end. If you are interested in jumping in the front end and you have not jumped in yet, we do have a coupon. I believe we're at 16 off. Our price is 67, so you'll get it for $51 at one time with all of the bonuses that I've added. I totally forgot about this, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't even show this yet. Huge bonus that we have along with that, right, is I need to show you all this because in my community, we work with a lot of local businesses, right? We work with a lot of local business customers. And what happens is that we normally are normally the first sale that people make with those local businesses is they take a video that's already been made and they remake that video for their customers. So a customer may have a video on Facebook, they may have a video on YouTube, they may have a video on TikTok, they may have a video on LinkedIn, on all of those different platforms. And what my customers were, what our community was running into is they would go to close the sale on a personalized video, and the business owner would say, hey, I would love to have a personalized video, but my video's on YouTube. And what they would have to do is they would have to ask them for those video files, right? And what would happen is that the owner wasn't in contact with the person who had made the video, didn't know where to find the video files, and a lot of times deals were actually lost with that. So what we did was something that was very interesting, and it's going to save you all a lot of time, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to be able to get sales. We have what is called a downloader, okay? So if your client has a video on Facebook or YouTube, they're not able to find the files, instead of you having to wait on them to do it, all you have to do is go to our video downloader. You are going to enter in the video URL that they have. Now, it can't be a private video that they have like Facebook. If it's a private video, Facebook does not allow you to do it. But if it's a public video on any of these 27 sites that we have here, all you have to do is put that in, and now you have the ability to download that video. So as you can see right there, this client gave me a Facebook link for a video that they wanted to personalize, and now I just put it in the downloader, put that URL in, and now what I can do is I can actually download that video in MP4 and HD, and we have it where we have over 27 different sites where you can download those videos from, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, Instagram, Flickr, Blogger, all of those different things. And we actually have 5 different audio sites where you can download those videos from. That includes YouTube, TED, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, and TikTok, okay? So if it's a situation to save you time and be able to close deals differently, you are prepared. You don't have to ask them to go get those files. You can just put that URL, just have them send you the URL, throw it in here, and now you have that video, and you could go personalize it and complete your sale. And this is something that we added in as a front end bonus for you. So you get the video and audio downloader also along with the front end. Okay, that is a part of, definitely that is a part of the front end. As someone said, it is a huge, huge, huge time saver. Actually, I've downloaded a lot of different videos here. So you could have, let me just see, there's others that give more options. It just depends on how the video, how many options they have, but you could do this, and let's see, let's go there, right? So you have a video that a client made on their Facebook site, and now we're able to do that, and we can also share that video directly from here, but that is our video downloader also. Video and audio download. Now, Joshua, did you have a video or did you have a bonus from the front end? Okay. Did you have a video for the, I'm sorry, a bonus for the front end or anything that you were offering from the front end?
Yes, everyone who's already bought already has those 3 bonuses that I have offered, which is beta access to one of my new platforms, which is Sin Creator, which should be done within the next 2 weeks. If you haven't bought it yet and you haven't seen that bonus, then I'll just quickly talk about them real quick. So Sin Creator is part of my kind of the trifecta of syndication platforms that I have. So with Sin Creator, you'll be able to automatically create social accounts on about 20 different sites. And then that works in conjunction with my SynLab platform, which allows you to actually syndicate your content all across the web to over 20 different platforms. So previously in version 2.0, you actually had to manually sign up to all of the different social sites that were integrated with inside of SynLab. So there's about 20 or 25 of them. However, with the Syn Creator, that's going to happen automatically. So you'll just plug in some details, and then Syn Creator will automatically create those accounts for you on those different platforms. And not only that, it'll send those login details to SynLab so that you can automatically just have all of that account creation done for you. So you're going to get beta access to that. You're also going to get beta access to SynLab 3.0, which we're going to be adding a very cool update to that, which will be the ability to get the content creation portion of syndicating content taken care of for you as well. So with SynLab 2.0, you had to, like I said, input your create and input your login details for all the social sites. And then when you went to create a campaign, you actually had to write the content that went along with the content that you're syndicating. So we're taking care of that for you as well in version 3.0. We're adding a content engine into SynLab. So that is going to be coupled together with the account creator. And then SynBuddy is going to be the third part of that bonus, which is where we have a community of over 7,000 people, everyone that shares each other's content. So that is just syndication to a whole other level when you have real people all across the world sharing your content on their profiles. But one thing that we added, which is going to be in SynBuddy 2.0, is auto sharing. Okay, so with just one button, all members are going to be able to turn their accounts onto auto share. And it's just going to turn that whole platform to a whole other level. Since it's been running manually, members have already done about 2 million shares for each other's content. And once we turn on auto share, I mean, that's just going to go to the next level. So that's what you guys are going to get access to on the front end. But I did promise you guys on here that are on here live some exclusive bonuses that would not be offered anywhere else. So I'm going to be throwing in 3 additional bonuses. So number 1 is going to be a very step-by-step training, a PDF training that's going to show you how you can go out there and sell video services to clients. Okay, so it's going to walk you through everything. It's also going to have a copy-paste cold email outreach that you can use that's been very effective. You're going to get a video agency website as well so that you can go out there and start selling smart video revolution services to local clients. Okay, so that's going to make it easier for you to do that. And I'm going to throw in access to Video Chief as well, which comes built in with dozens upon dozens of different videos that we have made across multiple different niches that you'll be able to upload to Smart Video like Dean just showed you, and just make it all nice and cool and just take it to the next level. Okay, so those are 3 exclusive bonuses that again I won't be offering anywhere outside of this webinar. So make sure you guys jump in there if you haven't done so already. And I'll go ahead and do even one more. So I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'll do it anyways. If you guys purchase one of the upgrades as well, I'll throw in access to My Traffic Jacker, which we are releasing on June 4th. Okay, and My Traffic Jacker allows you to quickly get traffic by hijacking other people's expired domains. So it's a very cool strategy that we came up with, where people upload content or they write articles on different sites, and then they put a link in there and then they forget to renew that domain, and it happens a lot. Okay, on YouTube there are so many people that upload videos on there. They put a link in the description area, and then years go by and they forget to renew it, even though that video is still getting traffic. So My Traffic Jacker finds all of those opportunities where domains have expired that you can purchase that domain for $10 and then just redirect that traffic anywhere you want. In version 2.0 that we are releasing on June 4th, we have added the ability for you to hijack from YouTube, Wikipedia, BBC, and Quora. Okay, so we've taken it to the next level, added 2 additional sites, and Quora right now is working like crazy. I mean, I did one search a couple of days ago, and with one search, I found 5 expired domains. So you guys are going to get access to that. Just purchase one of the upgrades, and that's it. Okay. I wasn't going to do that one, but you guys came on here live on Memorial Day, and I just want to reward you guys for being on here. So that's it. I mean, hopefully you guys, if you haven't done so already, pick it up. I put the link to the main offer in the chat box. I've also sent it in the questions box. If you've already purchased the front end, I've also put links to the upgrades, which I think Dean is going to talk about now here in the next few minutes. But either way, you'll see the links to the upgrades in the chat box as well.
I just want to show you all one other thing also before we move on is our transitions. And let me show you how that works really quickly. So if you want to add a transition to a video, right? And this is a really, really cool feature. So if you want to add a transition to a video, what you do is you drop the video right next to where you want to add the transition, okay? And then you will see these two little icons that come up here. And what you do is you press those icons, you just press that. And what you can do is you can actually merge that video using a transition. And it shows you here in the transition box, and you could choose what transition you would like to do. Okay. You could choose exactly what transition you would like to happen. And then you press merge and you play that transition, and it will actually show you the transition, and you just hit apply. And now that transition has been added to the video. So now you have the transition that you would like. We have I believe over 50 different transitions that you could use on here. So whether or not you want to do all different types of transitions, we have, I believe, over 70 different types of transitions. You could easily choose those transitions and then you just hit apply, or you could even change those transitions. So that also comes along with the front end. All right. Now, once you are into the front end, what I would love for you to do is, if you've just jumped into the front end, for my support, so we can make sure that we have the bonuses, or that we can go back on this and give you the bonuses, can you just put I'm in? If you've jumped into the front end, just put I'm in over in the chat box. That way we can ask Joshua to make sure that we have everyone who has jumped into the front end today, so we can make sure that you are able to get your bonuses from Video Remix. Just in case you do not have the ability, or somehow you don't get the email for your bonuses, you can't find it on JVZoo, then we could go back, get that list, and make sure that you have all of your bonuses. Okay, I've purchased before today. Awesome, 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 awesome. Now, before we move on, does anyone else need to jump into the front end? Just put the word FE or the letters FE over in the chat box. And what that will allow us to do is we could send that link out to you to make sure that you get in. Before I go over to the OT01, a bunch of people that need that front end. So Joshua, where do you have the link for? Okay, so the link is right here.
I'm sending it to
it's
them.
at the launchspecial.com/smart.
Yep.
Okay, so our support will send that over to you all. And hold on. So welcome in, James. We'll go ahead and send that. One moment. Okay, welcome in, Derek. Good to have you. Let's see here. Anyone else need the front end? Let me know. Just put FE over in the chat box. Make sure that you are able to get in at that lower price. That coupon is going to be changing in a few hours. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Sending that over to you, Jessica. Welcome in. Welcome in. Anyone else, just let me know and we will get that over to you. Okay.
And Jerome is saying that he can't pay with PayPal. I think you guys have Stripe activated as well, right? To be able to pay with credit card.
To be honest with you, I am not sure. JVZoo normally does not allow that. Let me just find out from my support whether we have Stripe done. Let me just find out really quick. If not, we could probably turn it on. Now, let me just see. Hold on.
Perfect. And there is a coupon Smart Deal. So for
Yep,
those of you asking,
smart
Smart
deal.
Deal.
Okay. The coupon is actually smart deal. I'll put that into the chat box. And you'll also find that on the sales page. Okay, just sent that over to everyone. All right, smart deal. Yes, smart deal, Bradley. Awesome. And I believe right now it is for $16 off. So you get all of this that you've seen right now for only what, 50, 16, $51 for a lifetime.
And that will be expiring, guys. So this is a very limited time deal.
There is a limited time deal. Now we will just move on to our OTO1, and I'll just bring up that sales page for you all really quickly so you could see what the OTO1 is all about. And really, the OTO1 is very, very good. How do we extend or cut your timeline? Let me just go over that with you. So what you do is when you add your video in, if your video takes up this part of the timeline will automatically expand for you. If you want to bring your video down, all you have to do is grab and pull that. Hold on one second. So the timeline will automatically expand for you. If you want to cut something, you could do that very simply by grabbing and pulling that product. And if you upload a video where it is longer than what the timeline has here, it will automatically expand for you to be able to use. Okay, very, very good question. All right, so let's go on to OTO1. Now, I want to ask you all a very, very simple question. And that question is, how many of you all right now are in a template club from another company and you are paying monthly for that template club? Just give me a yes over in the chat box if you are currently have a template club offer and you are paying monthly for those templates. Let me know. Okay, lots of people that are in here that are doing that. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to do something completely different than doing that, because what we noticed is that with template clubs, and this has happened to me before, is I would be a part of a template club, and the first templates that I got, I would absolutely love, and then the templates after that, I wouldn't like them as much, and they weren't templates that I could use, right? And what you're doing is you're paying monthly for something that you are not going to be using. So what we did for OTO1 is completely different. What we have done is, instead of ever having to worry about a template club, what we have done is called our template generator. What this is it allows you to make over 625,000 unique personalized video templates. If you had to pay for these individually, you would pay over $87,000. And what we do with our template generator is we have added over 250 base videos for you to be able to use. And we have also added the script. So if you're someone like me who starts making a video and then you end up getting writer's block and you don't know what to write on that video, no worries, we got you. So I'm just going to show you what our template generator looks like and how it works. So what you are going to do is you are going to start from a new project. So I'm just going to go and I am going to create a new project. And because we have a bunch of different editors here, we are just going to put that there. So we start from here, and this logo or this box, this prompt is going to come up and it says, do you want to use the template generator? And what you're going to do is you're going to click yes. And what's going to happen is it is going to take you to are base videos that you could use. We have these in all different niches. More videos than you could ever even imagine are added here in all different niches. All you have to do is choose what video you would like to use, and you're going to click use, and then our templates, our niche scripts come up. What we have done is we've hired a professional copywriter to make niche scripts for you. And what those niche scripts allow you to do is it allows you to search through what you're looking for. So this is for a car dealer, right? So I'm just going to search car dealership, and now a niche script comes up. I click use, and it is going to do all of the work for you. And now it is going to bring that script up on your timeline, right? And what we could do is we could always expand our timeline right here, and you'll see all that. And then you just click on what that script is, and now we could start making changes to that script. We put this red background on here so you knew, so you didn't miss it, right? So all we have to do is go over to advanced right here, and the background button is automatically pressed. So we're just going to remove that background. Some of you all may want to remove the background. Some of you all may not want to remove the background. I always remove the background. And then you could go ahead and change your font colors the same way that we did it before. So if you want that black, we can make it black. If you want it red, we can make it red. What this allows you to basically do is you don't have to worry about, you can make your own bespoke videos. You can make your own bespoke templates, and you can make templates that no one has ever seen before. Instead of having to, you have thousands of people right now that are buying this product. You go out and you want to sell the product. Let's just say someone has already sent them one of those templates that they get a part of it. Well, with these, you can make your own templates for your client, and you have everything that you need to do it. You'll have the base videos, you'll have the script, and you can just add in audio, and you can make the same changes that I showed before when it comes to when it comes to the text. So you could just open the animation library, and now what we could do is we could just animate that also. The point of this is that you no longer have to worry about a template club. You pay once, you can make your own bespoke videos, and you have over, on the front end alone, you have over 675,000 different combinations of videos that you can make. How many of you all love that over in the chat box? Love that idea of never having to pay for another template club again, and having to pay one time and you are done. You can make all of your videos, you can make all of your templates yourself. You can decide what those templates are going to have. You could use our already done niches for you, okay? So it makes it a lot easier for you. It makes it time saving. It is a huge, huge, huge time saver. And the great thing about this is that it is a one-time deal. Once you purchase it, you own it, and you own it forever. You don't have to stay a part of a template club where if you cancel the template club, you lose all of the templates that you've made. Okay, so that is one of the biggest parts of our OTO1. There are a lot of different there are actually a lot of different things that we've added to the OTO1, but basically this is the biggest thing about the OTO1 is going to be our template generator. We have found that this just makes it a lot easier for you. You never lose templates. You never have to worry about it. It's done in various different niches. The next thing that we've added in, now I don't know about you all, but in my sales career, one thing that I have always done is I have always used LinkedIn for for finding customers to be able to sell personalized videos to, or other services. When we actually do our 3-day training, which starts after our launch ends on Thursday. The 3-day training will be Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. I'm going to show you all how you could go to LinkedIn and you could find all the clients that you could ever wish for on LinkedIn. And you are going to be able I'll show you how you could sell videos or personalized videos to people on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the #1 network for lead generation. LinkedIn, more people find customers on LinkedIn for all of their offers than all of the social media sites combined. Better than Facebook, better than Twitter, better than Instagram. So what we've added in is the ability to do LinkedIn personalization, which is absolutely positively mind-blowing. So what happens is this, very simply, what you do here is you would add in your personalization on your video, right? So we have our personalization that is on our video. When we go over to produce and we have our social campaign, what you have is you have 2 buttons here. One says allow Facebook and the other one says allow LinkedIn. You click on the LinkedIn, you go ahead and you make your description. So I'll just do sample webinar video. Okay, video. Okay, you add in your, you change your thumbnail. You can make your thumbnail whatever you would like. Let me see, what is that thumbnail? That's what I was doing with Dropbox. So you could choose a different thumbnail. Here we go. We'll just choose this thumbnail for right now. You change your thumbnail. Now, the great thing about this is that if you share this personalized video link on Facebook, it will automatically personalize to their Facebook all of their information from Facebook. But if you share this personalized link on LinkedIn, it will automatically pull in their LinkedIn information, which means that you can do the 2 major social sites, right? Facebook and LinkedIn, the 2 major social sites, you could do those and do personalization all using one video. You don't have to make a video that only personalizes on LinkedIn. You don't have to make a video that only personalizes on Facebook. All you have to do is make sure that you have the allow Facebook click and allow LinkedIn click. And no matter if you put that video on Facebook or on LinkedIn, it will automatically personalize given that information. Now, this is a huge upgrade. We came out with this with SmartVideo. Our customers are paying $197 a year just for this personalization. We have over 400 clients that have done that. And what we are doing is we are adding that to SmartVideo Revolution on the OTO one. So not only do you get the template club, you are also going to get the LinkedIn personalization, and there are a bunch of other bonuses that we have there. So we have the crafted to convert niche scripts. You have your base videos that allow you to do over 625 smart video template combinations. You can actually go on this sales page and you can log in through LinkedIn and see how it personalizes to your LinkedIn. I actually show on here, this is my LinkedIn here. That's my LinkedIn photo right there. So that is my LinkedIn. So this just gives you an example of what it's going to look like, and it's pulling in my LinkedIn information. You are also going to get the added benefit of being able to do voiceover on all of your smart videos. So if you have a client, a real estate client that you've made a video for using the template generator, and they're like, oh, well, I would love to use my voice. What you can do is you can actually add their voiceover or have them do a voiceover for the video. What this allows you to do is narrate the video, but also gives you a lot of different options when it comes to how you can make those template generator videos. We've also added additional premium play buttons and graphics. So on our videos, what you'll see here is you'll see this click here to play. You can actually change these graphics to some of the graphics that you are seeing here, which gives you just different looks for your video and allows you to, depending on your customer, maybe your customers their customers' logo colors are blue. Your customers' logo colors are gold. Your customers' logo colors are pink and white. It gives you the option to be able to change those click here to play buttons for you to be able to use. Also, you have to be able to sell personalized videos. So what we've done is we've actually added in a personalized created landing page and demo video to help you be able to close sales. And what this video does is it's already made for you. And what happens is that someone goes on this site, they click the get a personalized video here. Once they click that button, it will ask them what their first name is, their last name is. It'll ask them just a little bit of information. Once they fill out that information, they submit it, and that information automatically passes through to a personalized video. It makes it easier for you to demo personalized video and how it works, which is it's much easier to tell someone or show someone how something works than it is to tell them. You are also going to get that professionally created landing page and demo pages to help you close. And then this is my pet project right here. This is a huge bonus, and I'm going to show you all this in a minute. It is actually inside of our system, but let me just show you that. So you are in your project section, and what you are going to do is we have instituted a place called Workplace, okay? And for all of you all out there that are going to be hiring VAs, or you have someone that you're going to be hiring to be able to work with you, you need a place to stay organized, okay? You need a place to be able to give them their tasks. You need the place to be able to put all of your projects. So what we've created is Workplace. Now, the thing about Workplace is Workplace is all yours. So this login information that you have, Video Remix does not have control over that. And that is for privacy reasons. We don't want, if something happens in your workplace, we don't want you blaming us and being like, oh my God, this disappeared from my workplace. Where is it? What we allow you to do is you can, if you've never signed in a workplace before, you just go to the sign up, okay? You enter in what you actually want to go back. Hold on. I'm already there. So what you do is instead of signing in, it says, do you have an account? If you do not have an account, you are going to sign up with your information. You are going to pick your password. You're going to put your email address in there. This is all of your information. Save this information because we do not have access to your login information. We don't give you your email address or anything like that. You decide that because if you hire someone, you want to give them those login details. You hit accept. I accept your terms and conditions. You sign up and you are automatically logged in to Workplace. And let me just log into Workplace. Now, this is actually a bonus. This was going to be a product that I was going to sell for OTO4. And what I decided is that I sell on webinars all the time. And what happens when you have 4 OTOs, you're really selling 5 products. So what I did is I broke up my OTO4 and I just gave them as bonuses all throughout the funnel, right? So this is a bonus that you're going to get. And this is just a place to keep you organized. What you're going to find here is you're going to find the calendar. We're going to allow you to hook up your social media analytics to this system, so you'll be able to track your best performing posts, your comments on your posts. Now, this is going to be done in phase 2, which is already started. We just need enough data on there to be able to make these analytics work. That's why we added as a bonus so everyone could jump into it. But what you're going to see over here is you are going to see our to-do section, okay? And our to-do section, what you could simply do is you can, if you have a VA or if you're working for yourself and you want to stay organized, you want to be able to sell your products and stay organized, you are going to simply say add project. You are going to add that project. So I'm just going to put Joshua's webinar and you will add your project. Once you add that project, you will see that that project is added right here. And now what you can do is you could just add tasks to that project for your VA or for yourself, and it keeps track of all of your information. So if you go here, you will see your task right here. And this is for all of you all that are, for me, organization is a big, big, big issue that I have. So I wanted to make it where you are completely organized and you could hire someone in. All they have to do is go in here, look at the task, and they are ready to go. And then you can go to your user profile also. And in your user profile, once you add your social media in, what you are going to be able to do is check all of your social media while you are making personalized videos on our channel. This is a part of phase 2, which is almost complete now. You'll be able to go and add in your social feeds. So you'll be able to find your social media. You'll have your activity. You'll have your friends here. You'll also be able to make your social media profile. The reason for this is, I don't know about you all, but I get, sometimes I'm working on something and also I'm trying to check my Facebook, I'm trying to check my LinkedIn, I'm checking all of these things, and it pulls me away from my task. So I said, why not give them the ability to keep all of their social media in one place? So if you're doing a, if you're making a video on our platform, you can also make your tasks. You can also check all of your social media. So this is a big, 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 big bonus that we've added here for you all. There are 4 stages of this, 4 stages that we are going to be adding to this. We are on phase 2. You will get all of the upgrades, phase 3 and phase 4. As they come out, I'll be doing webinars and going over exactly what those phases are and what you are going to be able to do. But I wanted to give you all the ability to have a dashboard and keep yourself organized. So that is also a part of the bonus that you are going to have on OTO1, which is considered professional. Along with that bonus, you are going to get a whole bunch of stuff also. And that is really, really important for your success. And I'll just bring that up and be able to show you what you're going to get here. Let me just bring this up real quick. Okay. So along with this, one of the major things I teach how to land clients on LinkedIn, like I said before. I also teach a class called the LinkedIn Accelerator, where I teach you how to become #1 in your network on LinkedIn. The reason for this is because LinkedIn has started something called LinkedIn Small Business. And what LinkedIn wants to do is, if you are in the top 5% of your network and the top 5% of your network and in your, gosh, I can't think of the other one. If you're in the top 5%, what LinkedIn does is you sign up for LinkedIn Business, and they will send you free leads that people are looking for your service, okay? But how you get there is you have to be able to post articles. You have to be able to have content that people like. So what I've done is I've given you all of the content that you need to be able to do that. So you are going to get 30 done for you long form social media posts that you are going to be able to use, okay? Social posting on LinkedIn is what gets you into that top 5%. I have also added in 30 days of social media videos for you to use. These videos all talk about video marketing. We've made those videos for you. Okay, you have over 30 days of videos that you could use to post on your Facebook. You could post on your LinkedIn. You could post on your social media sites to let people know that you are a video marketer. We've also added that in. And last but not least, my team has landed over in the last 6 years that we have been working, that we have been at Video Remix. our team has landed probably about $4 million of LinkedIn business, of business from different niches. So what we've done is I got with my team and we're giving you our entire playbooks. And what those playbooks consist of is this, right? Is that the niches that we normally sell personalized videos to are going to be attorneys and lawyers, e-com services, financial services, real estate and real estate agencies, restaurant owners, and travel agencies. What you are going to do is we have given you our playbooks, exactly what you need to say to them to be able to schedule a meeting with them, exactly what we say to them to persuade them to take action, exactly what we say to them when we're doing a sales pitch, exactly what we say to them when we do discuss pricing, convincing them to hire you, and brainstorming ideas. What we want to do is we want to, if you decide to invest in this product, we want to get you off the ground as quickly as possible. So we have also included every type of all of the necessary tools that you would need to be able to sell personalized videos and become a personalized video marketer. So we've added those in as the bonuses on OTO1. So we give you everything that you need. So over in the chat box, if you have not jumped into OTO1 Professional, please let me know. Just say no in the chat box for me, and I will be able to get you into OTO1. We are doing this at a one-time price, no reoccurring, for $97 one time. $97. So this is an absolute steal. You'll be able to get all of this for $97 for one time. Okay.
You gotta cut
All
back on
right.
this you gotta cut back on this value a little bit, man. You guys are really going above and beyond with these bonuses.
Yeah, I
You're gonna
know. I know.
spoil it.
Like I said, the thing was is that we had an OTO4, and I was I mean I've been doing webinars since I've been doing webinars now for like a year and a half, and I remembered that I had one product that I was selling, and they had 4 OTOs, and it was such a pain in the butt to get through all 4 OTOs that the day before we launched, I took our OTO4, and that was its own separate product, and I put it in on all the bonuses. So a lot of people are like, why do you have so many bonuses? And I'm like, well, it was because it was an actual product. So I wanted to provide as much value as possible. And also, I just made sure that I didn't make it hard for you and all the other people that are supporting us to be able to sell the product.
Yeah,
So in
man.
the chat box, if you need the link for professional, just put pro over in the chat box for me, and we will go ahead and get you the link for Smart Video Revolution Professional.
And I just want to point out something that Mark said as well. He said, I love lifetime deals. Get this or regret it later. Solid company. I like to invest in people. Get it now, everyone. Just saying. So thank you, Mark, for that shout out. It's definitely a quality premium app that we are talking about here.
Yes, yes, and and the bonuses alone have a value of over $1,300, and you're getting it one time at $97. Once this launch ends, we're going to raise that price, and it's going to be 197, but we're going to be doing it as a monthly. So you get to decide right now whether you get it $97 and you get it one time with all the bonuses, or after the launch, if you decide to get it after the launch, you're going to be paying at least $100 more, and you're actually going to, not monthly, but we're going to be doing it yearly. So it's really, really up to you. Okay. Repeat the bonuses one more time. As the bonuses that you see on here, you're going to get our 6 local business selling playbooks. These are the exact playbooks that my team uses to be able to close deals in 6 different niches, which are attorneys and lawyers, e-com services, financial services, real estate agencies and real estate agents, restaurant owners, and travel agents. You are also going to get 30 done for you social media posts that were actually written by our social media writer. You could post those on all of your social media channels to show that you have the authority and that you know what you're talking about. And then we are also going to give you a 30-day done for you liftoff videos. All of these videos talk about being a video marketer. So if you are on LinkedIn, people want to know if they're going to hire you. They need to know that you know what you're talking about. You know video services. You can't just try to sell something without having the authority to be able to sell it. So we want you to be able to jump into this and sell as quickly as possible. So we've added that all in as the bonus for the OTO1 professional. Okay, so if you need that over in the chat box, just put the word pro there, and we will get that OTO over to you.
And
And
a couple of people are asking for me to repeat my bonuses, so I'm
okay.
typing them into the chat box just so that we can continue talking about some other stuff. But my main bonuses are at the link. I already posted that, and I'm writing out the other bonuses that I mentioned for those of you that are on the webinar right now. Again, I can't really publish those anywhere else because, like I said in my email, these are bonuses exclusively just for those of you that joined me live. So I'll type those out, and then Dean, you can continue, sharing the other upgrades. So if you're
Right.
asking about my bonuses, I'll be putting it into the chat box.
Okay, and I'm just putting the link for the OTO1 Pro. It is one time $97, and I will send those. Lewis can send those directly to you. And once you are into Pro, what you can do is you could just put "I'm in" over in the chat box. What that will allow us to do is that allows us to know that you are actually in. And if there are any problems, we can look back on here and say, oh yeah, this person did get in, and then we will be able to get those bonuses to you. Okay, so just put "I'm in" and then pro. How do you sell these videos and for how much? That is why we have added the 6 local business owner selling playbooks, and we also have a 3-day class where we will go over our techniques of how you actually sell these videos. All right. Peter, if you have not gotten your bonuses from Video Remix, all you have to do is contact our support with a copy of your receipt. We will email those over to you so you are able to get those bonuses. More than welcome. I am in. Welcome in, Ken. Welcome in, Henry. Welcome in, Terry. Welcome in, Bradley. Anyone else need to get in to Pro before we move on? Want to get you all out of here so you could spend some time with your family in the next 20 minutes or so. But I got some really, really great things to be able to show you on our OTO2. And then we have one other OTO, which is OTO3, but we should be able to get through those fairly quickly, okay? So just let you know, I am all in. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Happy that you all are jumping in. So let me just move over to our OTO2, which is going to be our agency. Agency is for all of those people that want to turn this product into there's a question. OTO one has training to help get clients on LinkedIn correctly. OTO, if you get into the front end of our product, you are automatically registered for our 3-day training webinar. On our 3-day training webinar, we go over how you're going to be able to land clients on LinkedIn. And if you miss that and you're not available, then we record those for you and we put those in your training section so that you do not miss out if you cannot join in. Okay, if you're just not available, you got to work, you got to do something like that, then that's fine. What we do is we put it in your training section so that you do not miss anything. Now, before I move on to OTO2, is there anyone else that needs OTO1 over in the chat box? Just put OTO1 there. And what I'll do is I'll move on to OTO2 and we will get rocking, okay? So let me just move over to our OTO2. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so our OTO2 is called our agency. And like I said before, this is for anyone who wants to turn this whole personalized video in not only into a business, but also into an agency. As you look through our OTOs, you will see a lot of proof. We have customers that have landed $600,000 deals. We've had customers that have landed $100,000 deals. We have a lot of testimonials, and we have had very great success in our communities for people that have been able to have a personalized video agency. You will see them all over our sales pages. But one of the biggest things that you have to be able to do is you have to be able to actually sell those videos, right? And normally when you go to sell a video, I do a lot of demos with my video. When I am doing demos with my videos, I use tools like Zoom. I use tools like Loom. There are a lot of different social sharing tools that are out there. One of those, the problems with those social sharing, those tools is that they are on a different platform. So I'll have my video remix software open to be able to do a demo, and then I have to bring up Zoom. I have to send their link, and I don't know if you all are aware, but once COVID-19 happened, people found out that Zoom was not very secure. And then they ended up buying a company to help with their security, which is always a great way. If you have a lot of money, you can just buy a company to help with that. But it has also made Zoom very complicated. And another thing that happens with Zoom is every time I have to do a demo, even if it's with the same person, I then have to do a new Zoom link. So I look at that and I said, how can I help my community members be able to do demos easier and quicker without the fuss of having to do that? And what we've done is we've added a personalized demo room, and we're actually working on an upgrade to this already that is going to be released in the next couple of days. But what you're going to do is you're going to go to your project section and you'll go over to your workplace again. You can log into your workplace. And where you are going to go is you are going to go to video calls, okay? And in video calls, what we've made is your own personalized, secure video call demo rooms. And all you have to do here is you just put in Joshua's room, okay? You click create that room, and you are going to share this link with your customer, okay? And what you will see down here is you are going to see, and I probably need to delete some of these out. Let me just delete these. What you are going to see, these are all the rooms that I have. What you are going to see is you are going to see that room. So let me just create another one. Going to create that meeting room, okay? And what you could do is that room has a private link. Now, the great thing about that private link is that that link is always going to be available until you delete the room. So you never have to give them another link. So if I have 3 meetings with Joshua, all I have to do is tell him, hey, just meet me on the same link that I gave you before. But what's going to happen is that you just click on that room and you open it. And there I go in that room. Joshua can join me in there. We could share files. I could do demos for him. It works the same way, and it is your own private room directly put into our system. So you don't have to go and open up. You don't have to go and open up multiple different softwares. There is an upgrade that we are going to be adding over the next couple of days, and that is where we are adding the ability to do a whiteboard in there, so you could do markups and you share files and everything. So this is our agency feature, and you get this along with agency. You are also going to get another ready-made agency landing page, a personalized landing page that you could use. You are also going to get demo scripts. So we write up the scripts for you that have been successful for us when it comes to demoing personalized video. You are going to get a showroom demo script. Hold on. So the first one is your sales scripts. So if you've never sold personalized video before, we're going to give you the exact scripts that you need to be able to do that. We also give you demo scripts. And this is very important when you're on a demo and you don't know what to say. We're going to give that to you. We're also going to add in more sales scripts. And this is the sales script that our customers have used. Our customer here was able to land a $100,000 deal. You could actually watch that. We're going to give you telemarketing scripts also, just in case you hire someone to be able to sell these personalized videos for you. We are also going to give you case studies. We're going to give you a Domino's case study, Sweet Step case studies, the power of personalization case studies, Brain Shark case studies. These are all companies that we have worked with. We're giving you these as unbranded case studies. So what you're going to be able to do is you are going to be able to give these to your clients unbranded in your business, so they know that big companies have used this software before. That makes a very good trust issue. And then we get into my favorite part about this OTO, the agency. One of the biggest things as being an entrepreneur that I did not realize when I had my own agency is that if you make a lot of sales or you're calling a lot of people, they have to call you back and you are going to need customer support, right? You need someone to be able to answer those calls, or you need someone to be able to answer those messages. But now we are in 2020 and everyone uses chatbots. So what we've done is we are actually giving you 5 different chatbots that you are going to have commercial selling rights for, meaning that we're giving you 5 niche chatbots, and you can sell those chatbots to local businesses that you are working with, and you could sell them for any amount that you would like, but I would sell them for no less than $300 each. We've also added a chatbot called the video marketing chatbot, which you can actually go through, and this you can put on your website or on your Facebook group, Facebook page. And what it's going to do is it's going to help sell video marketing services for you. So now you have a customer, a selling chatbot for you to be able to sell these services. And what you can do right here is we are going to give you also 5 chatbot demo pages. All of our chatbots come with demo pages. This allows you to be able to show people how you could sell them. And the great thing about this is for all of you all that are on here right now, you can actually demo this live, right? Who wants to demo this live right now? All you have to do is if you go to this sales page for OTO2, you can actually demo your video marketing, because if you get into this, this is going to be yours. You can actually demo your video marketing chatbot. Watch this, right? So your video marketing agency chatbot, you can demo it and you could see that chatbot in action. All of the chatbots that you are going to get a part of this deal are going to have these demo pages. It makes you very easy for you to be able to sell them. Like I said, it's always easier to show someone to sell them than it is to tell them. Let me just close that because I got a lot of messages in there on my Facebook, but you are going to have commercial rights for this. and we are going to give you a local business bot, a lead generating bot for lawyers, a bot for real estate companies. We are also going to give you the video marketing agency bot for yourself. You can also resell this to other video marketers. And all of these bots are personalized for you to use, and you will have the chat bot demo pages. Now, the price of this offer is $67 one time. Just being honest with you, one of these chat bots alone is worth over $67. Like I said, I was going to have this as a separate product and decided not to and made it as bonuses. These were actually going to be a part of my OTO4, which we were going to be selling at $297 lifetime. And I added them to this OTO, which you can get right now for only $67 with full commercial rights. You are also going to have over 90 different ESPs that you could send your personalized videos out to. And we are also going to give you, if you got into the template generator earlier, we are going to give you more base videos for your template generator. And we already showed the dashboard. But last but not least is you are going to have to market yourself. So we're going to give you marketing assets. The first thing that you're going to get is you're going to get a contract. Number two, you are going to get a PowerPoint presentation where you can actually make that PowerPoint presentation if you are going to be doing a presentation for your clients. Number three, we're going to give you business cards. Number four, we're going to give you a bifold brochure. Number five, we're going to give you a trifold brochure. Number six is we're going to give you a flyer. Number seven, we give you assistant video editor. So if you want to hire a VA or you want to hire a video editor, we give you a template. Number eight, we give you a media planner. And number nine, we give you a contract that you can use out of the box when someone wants to buy a personalized video for you. And I'm doing this at a ridiculously low price. Everyone who's seen this is like, why would you do that? And it's because I want to provide as much value as I possibly can. And I want to give you everything that is going to make you successful, okay? When I click on the button log in, it takes me to the sign in. You have to, Timothy, please contact support. Support is not on this webinar. Lewis is helping out, but you can contact support and they'll be able to help you. So this is everything that you are going to get in our agency package, and it is only $67 one time.
If people haven't noticed yet that you like to raise the bar when it comes to value, then we still have one more upsell to go. So you guys will see that, man, each upgrade is just packed with so much value. So, man, I just want to hats off to you guys, man. You guys are really stacking the value on each and every one.
Thank you. I appreciate that very, very, very much. Like I said, this is my first launch as the CEO of this company. I have definitely gone overboard, but I want to make everyone as successful as possible. And two, I want to make a good impression for our new customers. And I want to, I spent a lot of money on this platform. But I also, too, one thing about me is I like to stand out, and I want to stand out from the crowd, and I want the people in our group to stand out from the crowd. So what I've noticed is that as I've been selling products, a lot of times they'll give you things like they'll give you flyers and stuff like that, and it's all like really just run-of-the-mill stuff. If you see by ours, these are actually photos of what you're going to get. Ours were actually professionally designed by our designer, and they are all used to make you stand out from the crowd because that's what personalized video does, okay? Charles says that's why I have bought them all. So if you'd like to get into the agency, $67 one time. Once this is over, I'm actually going to be raising that price a lot because just one chatbot alone covers that and the ability to do it. Over in the chat box, if you are ready to jump into agency and you have not already, just put the word agency in the chat box. We will send you that link and I will show you our last OTO, okay? Going on our last OTO. Hold on, let me just get that link for you there. And like I said, again, it is only $67 one time. Okay. Boom. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And as you get into agency, just put agency I'm in. What that'll do is that'll allow us to go back, make sure that you get all of the bonuses and everything in your account. Warren says, Dean has given insane value. I am so happy to have gotten on board with him. Thank you very much for that, Warren. It is good to have you on board, my friend. Okay. Agency I am in. Awesome, 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 awesome. So now I want to move on to OTO3. And this is a labor of love, ladies and gentlemen. What you are going to see right now is something that I have been working on for close to, I would think, about a year. We were going to bring this out as its own product, and we just kept running into challenge after challenge after challenge. We finally finished it up, and I was like, let me just add it in on this launch. But 99, I would say 96% of all businesses use email. And email is such an important way of being able to sell personalized video, and it is the way that businesses sell video. Okay. I'm sorry, businesses sell their services. It is the way that 96% of businesses get most of their clients. So what I've done is, for the first time ever, you are about to see something that a lot of people have never seen before. Some people, I've been told, didn't even realize that it exists. So let me just go over to our OTO3, which we call Smart Mail. And what Smart Mail is Smart Mail is our first time ability to be able to play personalized video and any video in email and be able to sell directly through email. Okay. What you are going to be able to do is present and sell interactive, dynamic, personalized email campaigns. And what I'm going to show you is how that actually works. Now, this system here is something that is brand new. I know a lot of you all that are email marketers. How many of you all in here are email marketers? Give me a yes over in the chat box if you are an email marketer or you believe in email marketing. Just let me know. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's what you all do. Well, one of the problems that a lot of email marketers are aware of is that Gmail controls a lot of what happens with email and email's development, right? Because most, I forgot the market share right off the top, but everyone that I know has a Gmail account. And if you're aware of Gmail, Gmail has several really big limitations. And one of those limitations is the ability to play video inside of any email that you are sending to Gmail. And what a lot of people don't realize is when they are emailing a business, even though it doesn't say at Gmail, like my agency that I had before, it was still built off Gmail. So if you tried to send me an email that had a video inside of it, it does not allow it to play. Well, I would say this was probably about 5 months ago, Gmail made a new service where, they made a new service that allowed videos to play inside of Gmail. And what they did is they sold this service at the very beginning to only the top companies like Nike, L'Oreal, all of these big corporate companies out there. And what it allowed you to do, and I don't know if you all have ever noticed this, I'm a big shoe person. I buy shoes all the time, right? Nike starts sending me these emails that were like, they were just badass. That's all you could say, whether it was a gift or whatever. And what I could do is I could purchase directly off the email. Didn't have to go to Nike to be able to find the product. It wasn't a still image. It actually, I would click a button and I would be able to purchase. And once I started getting those, I was like, yo, how do I do this? This is so incredible. Well, the technology wasn't available. Now the technology has been released, and we that I know of are one of the first people in this industry to be able to provide that technology when it comes to smart video. Okay, and what you have is what we call smart mail. And when you go on to where you've just seen this, is you go over to your project section. You're going to hit this and you're going to go down to Smart Mail. Okay, you're going to go down to Smart Mail. You're going to click on Smart Mail and it is going to take you to our Smart Mail plugin. All right, and in our Smart Mail plugin is where you are going to be able to build the best damn email templates that you've ever seen, and you are going to be able to sell these to your customers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build one from scratch, if that's okay with you all. I am now, you do get templates with this. We are in the process of uploading those templates. I am not a very patient person. Once I got this finished from our developers, it was very close to our launch, and I was like, I need this a part of our launch. And my developers was like, but we have so many templates that we had designed. They were like, we need the storage space to be able to do it. So we are constantly uploading those templates, and they should be done over the next couple of days. But as a bonus, you are going to get over 350 of these email templates. But let me show you how this is going to work, because this is absolutely positively cool. So the way that it works is very simple. It is like any email builder that you've seen before. You are going to be able to add your structures in, which is where you can add your content. You have different structure and different layers here. So you have one, you could do two structures, you could do three, you could do four, however you want. Then you are going to have your blocks. Now this is where you can add your image, you can add your text, you can add your buttons, you can add your video, you can add social, banners, menu, HTML, carousel, and accordion. Have any of you all ever seen carousel ads on Facebook? Give me a yes over in the chat box if you have seen that. Let me know. Okay. Let me know over in the chat box if you've ever seen a carousel ad by Facebook or on Facebook. Yes. Well, did you know now you are going to have the possibility to do carousel ads and sell multiple products, including personalized video in your email? And I'm going to show you how awesome that works. The first thing that I'm going to do here is I want to go ahead and I am going to add in some of my content. So you could do your background images the same way that you would be able to do. So I'm just going to go here and I am going to, I should always make a folder. I'm so disorganized sometimes. But what I'm going to do is, let's just go here. No, I don't want to look at myself this entire time. Let's just go here and let's add this in, all right? So I am going to be able to add in my logo that is not what I want to do here. Let's do this. Delete this out. I'm going to delete this. I always start deleting things first, right? So I'm going to add a structure. And then in that structure, I'm going to go to my blocks and I am going to put in an image into my block. And then in that block, I am going to now add my image, okay? So I got my image there, drag and drop, just like you have seen before. Now, this is where things go in an entirely new and different direction, right? So now I'm going to add my structure in right here. I'm going to delete this one. Well, I don't have anything there. And then I'm going to add my block in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add HTML right here. Okay. Once I add that HTML code, it is going to bring up a code for me. And when you have your video remix videos, if you go into any of your projects, what you are going to see is in any of your videos, okay, I have this, any of your videos, we actually give you the HTML code. The reason for that is very simple, is because what you can do is you use the HTML code to be able to put into your on your landing pages, and you use it to be able you put it on your, you use it for your landing pages, or you use it for your sales pages. So I'm going to grab that HTML code like I would for lead pages, or if you were doing anything else. I'm going to go into that email, and I am going to enter in that HTML code, and then I am going to jump outside of that. And now what you are going to see is you are going to see the ability to do personalized video right inside of that email. Now, if someone has a Gmail account, it's going to show inside of their Gmail account. But that's just the beginning, because that's personalized email. A lot of you all sell products, right? A lot of you all may want to sell different products. So now what I'm going to do is I have a video of my product, and now what I want to do is I want to make that product purchasable right in my email. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop another structure in there, and then I am going to go into carousel, just like you see on in Facebook ads. I'm going to drop that in, and now this is what's going to happen, right? Look, slide number 1, I can add in the first product that I'm going to sell, okay? And then I could put the URL directly there, right? That's slide number 1. I can add a slide. Now, this is a carousel, so it's going to go after this. So once it plays, this one's going to go. It's going to have a sales link to it. It's going to be linked. Now, I'm going to add the next product that I want to sell, right? I'm going to actually add in the link to that sales page, or how I want to sell that, and then I'm going to add number 3 in. Let me just see. I got so much stuff in here, right? I'm going to link that. Now I could even do slide number 4. Okay, I'm going to link that, right? And I could keep going over and over and over and over again. I could do however many that I like. I could change the background color. I could change the background image. I could actually make this I could go over to my blocks, and I could add in a sales button for all of those. And I can actually change my sales button. I can link my sales button. I could design it exactly like I would like. And now I have a dynamic email that someone can purchase all of those products directly from the email. They will also be able to play that video in their email. And now I have the ability to show my customer something that they have never seen before, or give them ability that they have not seen before. Now you don't have to if your customer is someone that does Facebook ads, but most of their, let's say they sell with Facebook ads, but they also send out emails. Now they can have people purchase directly from their emails, and they can add in personalized video and other videos that play directly in their email. This is the first time that I have been able to see this. You actually are going to get unlimited rights to be able to sell these videos. You can make these videos for your clients. You could also use one of our 300 different templates, and you could be able to sell those. And the great thing about it is you can also export this template and be able to give them the HTML code. All they have to do is put it in their autoresponder. Boom, boom, boom. They are done. And it allows you to sell personalized videos. It allows you to sell your products, and it adds email it adds it directly inside email. Okay. Will it work with any email or only Gmail? It works with any email service. Well, let me not say every email service provider because there are always new ones in. It's tested with all of the major email service providers out there to work. Okay. Does this remove the need for a website or a domain? I think that, and Joshua, you can answer this. You cannot, in the day and age that we are in right now, people, even though they will not they do not read your website. If you do not have a website, people do not consider you a legit company. I would never get rid of my website. What I would have is I would just have my website be a landing page. I wouldn't, the days of sites having all of the information and people buying from websites, I think are long and gone. But what this allows you to do is instead of it turns your regular emails into transactional emails, and you will have the same technology used by some of the top companies in the world. And you can add in, it's almost like an email in an ad because it has a lot of the same features that you would find in Facebook ads. Now you could do that in email instead of Facebook. Right?
As someone who does a lot of email, that is absolutely badass. I mean, I've never seen this before.
That's the same thing. I was on a webinar with Jamie, and he said, "Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this." And everyone uses email. Every small business uses email. It is very easy to be able to sell these. To be honest with you, all you have to do is go up here, and you are going to say export your template, and it is going to download that template for you. You just give them the HTML code. You could sell these email templates from anywhere from $300 to $500. Joshua does a lot of products when it comes to email. Joshua, how many email products do you have?
So far, just the main one, Sendio. We've done two updates to it, two major updates to it.
So Joshua is, I would say that he is an email, he is an email pro. He's an email wizard. And for him to say that he's never seen this before, that's exactly what I want and exactly why it took me so long to be able to build this. Um, why I failed so many times in doing it. But now it takes your emails to a whole new level, especially for me when it comes to personalized videos. What we were getting into is that with personalized videos, they have to be done a certain way. And I don't know if you all notice, ladies and gentlemen, but one thing about it is that it carried over my cookies. And even though if you look at this video here, it's still personalized this video based off of my cookied information from my LinkedIn. So if someone's already seen your video, so if a business sends out a personalized video and people are already cookied in and they don't delete those cookies, then they send out this email, the video stays personalized. Do you all see that in there? That's me, and that's my name, and that's personalizing directly inside of this email, right? Because it cookied everything in for them. So if you are into email marketing, okay, if you are into email marketing, and I mean, you could go to any local business and say, hey, do you send email? Would you like to be able to sell directly through your email? Every business in the world that I know of would say yes. Now they have the ability to be able to do that. And I am introducing this. There's a lot of bonuses. There are bonuses that you get, but the biggest bonus is that I had our designers do over 300 different templates. They are dynamic templates. Some are dynamic. They are in different business niches also. So that means for every template that you have, let's say you sell that template for $150, you have over 300 different templates that are going to be added into this. We're just finding the space and how we put them in the right place for you all to be able to use, which hopefully should be done. I actually have 2 developers working on that as we speak, and they are going night and day on being able to do that. It should be done in the next couple of days, but you could build them from scratch, or you could use the email templates. And what we're doing right now is I am selling this one time at 197 for one time. This will, and I'm just being honest with you, and this isn't to, like I said, I'm very, very transparent, right? Um, Joshua just said he's never seen this before, and he has an email product. Love his email products, and we are working on integrating his email product with us. I am doing this for way too low. Once this is over, this is going to turn into his own product, and I'll be doing this at 197 per month because it comes with the 300 plus templates that you're going to get, and no one's seen this before when it comes to email. Okay, so does it personalize? Does it personalize from the email address automatically? Now, this is the great thing about it is that we've actually added in merge tags. So you all should know everything about merge tags right now. Merge tags is if you have a merge tag where it's first name, last name, or whatever it is, you're going to be able to use merge tags. So you'll be able to personalize that way. But also, too, it grabs your cookies and it maintains your cookies. So if they've already looked at a personalized video, it's actually merge tags just as first name, last name, and custom, right? Well, now you're going to be able to show them their picture right inside of a personalized video inside of an email. So it takes merge tags to the next level and adds in personalization to it. Okay. Can it make it pull in a recipient's name into the personalization? Yes, those are the merge tags. So over in the chat box, this is OTO1. I'm sorry, this is
Three.
OTO3. I've been on here so long. This is OTO3. This is the final OTO. There are no other upsells. This is it. If you would like to jump into Smart Mail, and I was just giving some information that this is converting at the conversions on this product are absolutely out the world. And people are, other partners are telling me that it's converting so high that they think that I'm charging too less. And I'm having a meeting to find out if we're going to be raising the price on this. I'm not saying that just because of just trying to sell it to you right now or anything. But if you come up in the next couple of days and you're like, oh, it was 197 one time, why is it 257? That's the reason. The conversions are so high on this because everyone's saying they've never seen this technology before. So if you are someone who wants to be able to provide the #1 service that local businesses, medium-sized businesses, and large businesses do for their sales, and you want to introduce them to an entirely different way of doing email that not even Josh has seen before, just put Smart Mail over in the chat box. Right now, doing this promotion, I'm giving it to you at one time at 197, and I am also giving you unlimited ability to be able to build these emails along with commercial rights to be able to sell these where you keep all of the profit. Okay.
This is amazing, and I'm honestly going to be buying this myself since I do
You don't
have.
have to buy it. I gave you access, my friend. I would love, Joshua, we got to meet, man, after this whole thing is over so we could figure out how we add this and incorporate this in together.
Yeah.
Jamie Oler, I was on a webinar with him yesterday. He's already started using this in his marketing. He was just blown away, and he is like, yo, this is the product that I am using. So he's already started using this product also. But yeah, I absolutely, this has been a labor of love for like, I'm not lying to you all, ladies and gentlemen, over a year. I've been trying to figure this out, and finally I found 2 developers that had to work together to be able to do it.
Nice. Yeah, and a couple of people have asked about the Sendio integration, but yeah, this with the export, if you can export the HTML, you should be able to just paste it into your Sendio email and work just as
Exactly.
well.
That is exactly what you can. That is exactly what you can do. So I could just send you over anyone who has Syndio. You just take this HTML file, and all you do is take the code the same way that you saw me add the HTML here. You just add the HTML right into Syndio, and then you send it out. But think how powerful it is. The automation of Syndio, right? With the automation of Syndio, think how powerful it is where you're making interactive, dynamic sales email campaigns in Syndio. And you're just upselling people on all your different products. And what you could do is, let's say you have let's say your campaign is 4 different emails. What you can do is you could do accordion. I didn't even show the accordion because everyone knows about carousel. Accordion is basically what happens is it's almost like a drop down box, right? So instead of showing all the images, it'll say click here to find out more, and it drops down for you. You can just add those into different campaigns, and you could add in 4 different pictures. You can add in 4 different videos. You could add in also your for your video link right here. You could add in a YouTube video that you have, and it plays inside of Gmail, and it plays inside of Apple Mail, it plays inside of Outlook, it plays inside of all of those different email service providers that you could never play email in, is because of the Google finally saying, I'm going to stop being, we're going to stop being mean and allow people to be able to actually see these emails. So it is a whole different way of being able to do it. What is the maximum length of video in this email? You could do unlimited size videos.
And what
Now,
I'll
whether
do,
people will watch them or not. So what I'm going to start doing with this is I'm actually going to start utilizing this when I do webinars, right? My webinars are normally an hour and a half to 2 hours long. What I normally do is I send out a webinar replay, and I send out a link to that webinar replay for them to go to webinar. And then once they go to webinar, then they have to register in GoToWebinar to be able to view that video. Once they register in GoToWebinar, which GoToWebinar is already asking them for information that I have because I've already emailed them, right? So GoToWebinar asking for their name and all their information, great. It's great that you're collecting that data, but obviously I already have it because I've already sent you the email. What I'm going to start doing is putting my webinar replays directly inside of the email. So when you get an email from me that has my webinar replay, I don't have to send you to GoToWebinar anymore. You can just keep the email up, and you can watch my webinar replay directly inside your email. And Joshua, I would do the same thing.
nice, that is amazing. And what I'm gonna do, since this is, I mean, this is really blowing me away, and I'm excited to use this with Sendio, and make it easier for those of you that want to sell this as a service to other people. Someone brought up a great question: is so are we selling? Where's the question that he asked? I think, are we selling just the template, or are we selling? Here it is. Are we selling templates or selling an email service to clients? And I replied to Brian that he can do both. You can sell if your client is already using an autoresponder, obviously you can sell them the pre-made templates with all this personalization that they can use and all the videos and everything. But if they don't have an autoresponder already, then what you can do, and what I'm going to do, is give you guys Sendio, our agency license, as a bonus if you purchase the Smart Mail platform, so that you can already have both bases covered. So if
Oh,
you're
wow,
selling
that
this,
is awesome.
yeah,
That is
absolutely.
awesome.
If
And
you,
Joshua, sorry to
yeah,
interrupt
no,
you,
go ahead.
and Joshua and I are working on, he had already sent me the information, but we are working on integrating our systems in together. And Joshua, I don't know how you feel about this, is once we are finished with that, which I can only work on during launch, after launch, I have my developer will be able to focus on it because they're just still focusing on our system. Once we get that, we can actually offer that to them also, so they'll have that integration. What do you think
Per-
about that, Joshua?
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing. That takes it to the next level. So man, yeah, if you guys pick this up, I'll throw in Sendio as well. That integration is just gonna be incredible. And again, you'll have everything covered at that point. You'll have the ability to sell this as a service, and if for some reason your client, is because at the same time, some clients might already have autoresponders, but they're not too savvy with how to use their autoresponder and how to build nice emails like the ones that you see on the screen right now. So you can just be like, look, don't even worry about that. I'll do everything. I'll not only build this email for you, but I'll load it up to an autoresponder. And with Sendio Agency, you can build subgroups so that all of your clients' campaigns are separate. So you can create a specific group for your each client, and then just load it up to their group, send it out to their subscribers, and then you're taking care of all of that for them.
And
Yeah,
you can
I
charge
think
them
that's a great.
monthly.
Yeah, you can charge them monthly. You can run campaigns like this for them monthly, and with the automation that we have with Incendio, you can, sell them on that too. Be like, look, we'll start with your main list, and then we'll break off a secondary campaign to those people that engage, to those people that don't engage, and then you can just take this so many different ways and charge them so many different ways.
There's
So
also an upgrade that we have to our system that we're not offering right now. It's an upgrade that we'll have later on, and you all will find out in a couple of weeks. But we have something called the lead generator, which collects the data also. And how our people do it is they put people on monthly plans, and they charge them per lead, right? So if they're selling something, all businesses need leads. And what you can do is in a few weeks, you can actually add our lead generation service on there. You could charge them for the email service that you have, but then you could get paid every lead. And I don't know about you all, but I spent almost 18 years working with lawyers and attorneys, and lawyers and attorneys pay ridiculous amounts for leads on Google and for advertising. One of my
just for a click,
friends, what? Yeah, pay per
just
click.
for a
They pay
click is
ridiculous.
crazy.
Yeah. I have one of my attorney friends is in Beverly Hills, California. He pays almost $900 for a click, not for it, not for a lead, just for someone to click on his, just for him to click, someone to click on his ad. And he's like, it's ridiculous what we pay here, but also there's a reason for that is because they land one case, you make $1 million, it covers it. So what he does is what we do with our service is we take his videos, we add our lead generator service on there, and then I put his videos on LinkedIn and all different sites, and we boost those. And then he gets clients in, and he ends up cutting his amount that he's paying from $900. I don't actually, because he's one of my best friends, I don't actually charge him anything for the service. But we have other people that are making at the lowest $30 per lead. We have some people right now that are making almost $350 per lead. Now, that was with video. Now that we've added this service, now you're going to be able to do that with email, and everyone uses email. So I'm really like, to me, like, I'm not, I wanted to, what I wanted to do with this product is I built this product, and I'm just going to be honest with everyone. I built this product to impress people like Joshua who have been in this industry. It's my first launch. I wanted to come out swinging for the fences, to make a name for myself, because they understand what goes into making something like this. So Joshua just saying he's never seen anything like it and that he's going to use it, that's exactly what I wanted, because if Joshua says it, imagine what your customers are going to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And he gave me a comp access to it, but I'm willing to go out there and buy it right now. I mean, I'll tell you
Good,
that right
good,
now.
good to hear. So this is it is 197. It is one time. Because it is a new feature, we've actually not put a limitation on the amount of video, on the amount of emails that you can actually make and you could download. We will be changing that very quickly. like I said, the numbers, the conversion rates on this product. I don't know. Paul Pana contacted me, and he's like, I haven't seen anything when it comes to these conversions. So people are loving it, right? And the more people that get into it, the more obviously I could sell it for. So for all of you all that can get in right now, Joshua's going to give you the full service to be able to do it. You could charge people monthly. You could charge them per email. You could set up their email campaigns, meaning that you can charge them reoccurring. There's so many different ways that you can make money from this product.
You can also, like you said, charge sell them per click too. So,
Yep, per
I mean,
click, per lead.
yeah.
So this is Smart Mail. Hold on.
Jason
Does
sending you the
anyone
link
else
now.
need the link for this? Let me just make sure that I'm sending the right link.
And
And
I just wanna read out what Timothy just wrote as well. He said, "How do we not take advantage of this as a one-time, just purchase? This has been an issue for several of my clients with using multiple email platforms. I will be great to it will be great to offer an all-inclusive service. Bring on the lead gen too. Great team, amazing value. Thank you."
thank you very much. I appreciate that. So let me just send this one more time for you all. I know we've been on here for a little bit. I want to thank everyone for being on here, especially during this holiday. As we've been on here, Joshua, it has not stopped raining where I
Yeah,
am at all. So
yeah.
I was like, man, I was gonna make this a pool day. I was definitely gonna go jump in the pool with the kids. So can you add HTML code to Gmail? That is one of the problems with Gmail. You cannot add HTML code to Gmail. You cannot add HTML code to Gmail. But what you can do is, if you are someone that is using Gmail, there are some Gmail add-ins. There was one when I first started. When I first started email marketing, which wasn't when I first started email marketing. There is and I still have this tool. I still use it because it works right inside of Gmail. There is an email tool that I use that works right inside of Gmail, and it's called Gmass. And you can add, if you're someone that just uses Gmail, it's not as great as Syndio at all, but you can use it right inside and you can add HTML to that, and then you could send it through your Gmail.
Jack, don't forget you're getting Sendio as a bonus, so
Bonus.
you can go ahead and do that right in there.
So there are so many different ways that you could do this. Yep.
Yes,
Someone
Bradley.
just said, Ryan Deese just said in an interview I watched last night that he's noticed email having a renaissance because of the millennial generation. That is so true. Email marketing is not only on the come up, it is, if you think about, if you just think about marketing, one thing about marketing is that marketing, its backbone now is email, right? You were invited to this. You were invited to this webinar via email. You got notifications to join this webinar via email. Everything that we do is email and is email related. So email's not going anywhere. It's only going to get better. And this is hopefully one of the tools that will allow that to happen.
Absolutely.
So is there anyone else before we get off of here, ladies and gentlemen, is there anyone else that needs to jump into or wants to jump into this product before we jump off of here today? I got Smart Mail, thank you. How can I get rid of the video remix end of the screen? That has already been done. If you are still having that, what I would like you to do is clear your cache and clear your cookies. If you are still having that, there should be absolutely no branding. I just had my developers, I just told my developers this morning to get rid of all branding, even on our editor. I mean, I can't get rid of the URL branding, but as you could see right here, I've asked them to get rid of all branding. If you are still seeing branding anywhere, all you have to do is go to our support, and in capital letters, put branding and put your email there. And every few hours, I have our support checking out emails for branding. I noticed the other day we had an issue with branding on videos. When I noticed it, I had it shut off immediately. If you find any branding on any, I don't want to say everything, but mostly everything on here, it should be unbranded. Okay, so all you have to do is just email us, let us know that there is where the branding is, send us a screenshot of it, and we'll make sure that we remove it. We want to make sure that no one knows about Video Remix. Okay, any way to use a custom domain so I can white label the app. Unfortunately, we do not offer that ability right now. It's something that maybe we will be able to offer in the future. But unfortunately, right now, we do not have that offer. Okay. What about text? Can I use that? Just wondering. The great thing about personalized video is that you are able to send personalized video via text. What you just have to consider is that if you use text, are you going to, if you include something like Facebook or LinkedIn personalization, they are going to have to give permission for LinkedIn or for Facebook for it to personalize. But yes, you could definitely do text. Okay. Are the links or code have video remix and the syntax are the code? Jason, yes, of course they do. And that I'm probably not going to have removed because it's in the syntax or in the code. Not very many people, unless you are advanced like you are going to even know what that means. All right. Anyone else need to get any by email or Facebook? Henry, yeah, Henry's in Miami Lakes. Let me know over in the chat box. Thanks for all the great bonuses. It'll take me the next 6 months to get all of them. Happily, I'm locked in at home. Awesome, awesome. Anyone else need any of the links that we have gone over today? I want to let Joshua get to his beautiful wife and daughters, and me to get to my me and my kids. We started this new series last night, and we stayed up till 4 in the morning watching it because it's been raining the entire time. So that's what it looks like we're going to be doing for Memorial Day today. So
Love it.
yeah, yeah.
I wish my daughter could sit through 5 minutes of TV right now. All she wants to do is go outside and play in the puddles.
Oh my gosh, how old is she now?
She's gonna be 2 in September.
Oh gosh, you got a ways to go, my friend. You're gonna be puddle playing for a little
Yeah.
while. You're gonna be puddle playing for a little while.
Absolutely. But man, we're going up on 3 hours, man.
Yeah,
3 hours. So
but it's been 3 hours of absolute fun. So anyone let me know over in the chat box if I could help you with anything right now, and then we will get out of here. We still have 80 people on here. Not sure what we could help you all with. Please let us know.
yeah, if you guys are, if you're interested in any one of the upgrades, and we can answer your questions, post them in now. This offer does end on Thursday. The Smart Mail offer can increase at any point. It might happen today, it might happen tomorrow, whatever it may be. So make sure you pick that up if you're interested in that one. And yeah, I mean, the other ones have been stacked with bonuses because, you know, they've been removed as separate upgrades and just added to other upgrades. So anything can change. There's so many variables in these upgrades, so much value packed in each of them that you want to make sure you pick them up before Thursday, or even, you know, before today is done, because easily they can remove any bonuses or any something like that, because it's just, there's, like I said, there's so much value in these, and honestly too much value at some point for the price that they're charging. So pick these up, guys. And like I think it was Brian or Jack that might have said earlier that, you know, do it now or regret it later, because I mean the value is through the
Yeah,
roof
it's so
with
many
each and every
people
one.
that once it ends, people are like, "Yeah, can I get it for that same price?" And I'm like, "Man, you had a week to be able to grab it."
Yeah.
So yeah, that always happens. But mostly than anything, I want to thank you, Josh, for bringing me on here. I have had an absolute blast with you all. Try not to make these webinars very long, but I added so much to this product that it makes it so hard to be able to get off of here in an hour and a half. What other upgrades are given besides the smart mail? We could put all of those OTOs, and you all could look at that. One other thing that I need everyone to remember is if you are purchasing any of these products, and I think that you all are pretty savvy and aware, make sure that once you are purchasing them, at the bottom of your receipt, it shows Joshua. I'm not sure, Josh, if it shows your if it just shows your if it
Yeah,
shows
the
your
number. It'll
name
show the
or if it
number.
shows your ID.
Yeah, it'll show the ID 13308.
Okay. Do I have to get OTO 3 for what was this? For libraries for pictures and videos. Let me just look at that. The pictures and videos are actually in, they are a part of the bonus for OTO 3. My bonuses for OTO 3, and I didn't even go over those bonuses, but for OTO 3, not only do you get the 300 plus email templates for SmartMail, that I've shown you that we are uploading right now. You are also going to get our 3D personalized video editor. So if you do 3D video, you're going to be able to edit those. You can also edit cinemagraphs and our editor. You could do interactive, you could play interactive 3D videos on mobile, interactive cinemagraphs on mobile. You also get pixel stock images, pixel stock footage, unsplash stock images, pixabay stock footages, pixabay stock images. We also give you more animated CTAs, additional animated flags, additional animated stickers, additional animated labels, and pricing. So there's a lot, not just do you get smart mail, but a lot of this stuff I just had to put somewhere because I got rid of my OTL4, so you get a lot there. Okay.
Perfect.
Your interactive videos are, Tim, interactive videos are the ability to have, when you are on a video like this, an interactive video is quite simply being able to add in pricing stickers, labels, right? And then being able to link those. All of our videos that are personalized videos are considered interactive videos. So just look at any of the videos that are on any of our sales pages that are personalized videos. Oh, one other thing that I totally forgot to add, and this is actually going to be huge. I did this for people like your community. One thing about video remixes in the past, we have always stuck to two different platforms when it came to we've always stuck to two different platforms when it came to being able to send out our videos because of where personalization happened. once we added in the advanced opt-in feature and we put it on the front end, what that's going to allow you to do is if you look at any of your videos, and you go right here on your videos, what we've added the ability to do is right here, if you click this button, we've added the ability for you to put your video or send your video to almost any website that has a link. But I want to show you all something because of the problem that people have with Gmail. You could go to Facebook and bypass the Facebook authorization, all of these different places. But let me show you this real quick before I go, because you get this on every video. Everyone gets this, right? So if I hit Gmail, watch this. It's going to load directly into my Gmail, and it's going to build an email for me and put the link right there. So if you are mailing any of our links one-on-one to one person and you use Gmail, you don't have to go into your Gmail account and put the link there, but it's going to allow you to do this, and it's going to add the video link here. My Gmail always takes time, so it's going to add that link for you. And if you're like all the time, instead of having to go to your Gmail, open your Gmail up, you could just click that, and then I could just put in Joshua's email, and I could do this, and now I could send him that video without having to open up my Gmail, wait for it to load. After it loads, then waiting to make an email or anything like that. I could just hit that on the video, and it'll automatically bring it up in Gmail for me. And we have that for a lot of different sites.
Man, it just keeps getting better and better. I think we could be
Yeah,
here for
yeah.
another
Some things
for another 3 hours.
forget. I even forget that we've actually added on. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I go, does anyone else need to jump into Smart Mail before we get out of here? I'm about to jump off. Let Josh go. Does anyone need the link for Smart Mail? Just put over in the chat box, just put smart mail, or put mail in the chat box. If not, then we could, Joshua, what do you think about closing this baby out, huh?
Yeah, I'm down for that. I think 3 hours is, man, crazy. I think this is, I don't remember the last time I was on a webinar for 3 hours.
I think you did one with me where we were at two something.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we were at two something and we
So
thought that was long. So
I think you hold number one and number two in length of my
I don't know if
webinar.
those are things. I don't know if those are the ones that I want, though. All right, thank you all for everyone that has shown up on here. If you have any questions, all you have to do is go to video remix hold on, support at videoremix.io. remix.io. And then just put your question in there and we will go there. So I'm out of here. Thank you so much, Joshua. We'll talk soon about that integration. Thank you all to his community. You all have a great day. Bye now.
Perfect. Thanks, Dean. And real quick before everyone goes, the replay to this will be on my bonus page. So it'll probably take a while to render, but I'll have it up there by tonight. Have a great Memorial Day, everyone.